I am subbed.
Shoomity wop me, oomity wop me, oompa down.
6 months. You get less for bloody murder.
Shoomity wop me, oomity wop me, oompa down.
We. It's a Twitch babby, baby rage. What shall we name him? I do not know words.
Good evening, and welcome to game night on a Tuesday. I have another 10 pennies. Hope you're well. Everyone well? Had a good day? It's been warm today. I went outside and it was trays warm. Yeah. Where did I go? I went outside. I went to pick Dylan up from his summer school. That was fun. Got to get outside. Yeah. I hope you're well. Hope you're keeping well and ticking along. 3 games, trio of action this evening. We have got Cryptex, we have got Big Break, and we've got That Is the Question. So 2 rather serious self-running games on the extremities, and then we've got a bit of Big Break in the middle. What's the bot doing? Is the bot being slow? Is Nightbot doing a thing? Nightbot gonna Nightbot, isn't it? Couple of things I should probably let you know about. Apparently we've made the 100,000 thing, so that's something I need to bear in mind moving forward, that you're going to meet targets pretty quick. That's a thing that's happened. So within 2 streams, barely 2, almost in 1, but yeah, just about inside 2. So it looks like I'm going to be playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire next Tuesday. Ash has said he's around to host, so that's all hunky-dory. So yeah, that'll be next Tuesday. We'll do that probably. So look forward to that. You'll also have noticed that the channel points are now micro pennies. You now have micro pennies, and you can use your micro pennies to convert into real pennies. There's also some other things you can buy. Show me the kitty, show me the doggo. There is a show me the kitty pending, and I have got a kitty right here, but as requested by Matt, and I've not seen Matt yet. So if Matt turns up, I'll show you the kitty. So I will. But yes, you can use them to trade in. There's also, I've been chatting a bit with the mods earlier on about polls. So you can use those micro pennies in some polls. There are going to be some polls forthcoming. So if you want to gamble those pennies, those micro pennies up to try and get yourself to the higher values to cash in some more pennies a little bit faster, then you can do just that. Of course, the more micro pennies you cash in, the more bang for buck effectively you get with those. So yeah, it's just something to bear in mind if you fancy doing something with those channel points. If they're just sitting there, we'll feed them in. Speaking of pennies, I'm going to stop that bonus in 3, 2, 1. There we go. 30 players have been given a penny, and one of them was a new player. Welcome to you. Let's refresh the app and bring everything up to date. There's also a rank command now, so you can go rank, and you can see where I haven't got any pennies. I'm now 209th this season. So you can go rank or exclamation mark rank exclamation mark pennies. And you can see your current season count if you like, your current rank and your current position to get a more accurate reflection of your ranks. It doesn't do ties in the Twitch chat, it only does ties for the rankings on the official leaderboard, which you can, yes, ordinal numbers. That's just an overflow extension I added to my general extensions class. So, yeah. You can go and check it out on the main website, https:// I can't remember my website, persephoneschair.com/pennies, and you can get a full readout of your medal tables, your current season pennies, your overall pennies, and lots of other things as well. But just to give you a rough idea, your rank is there if you are interested. So first game of the evening is going to be Cryptex. This has been written by Zeus. It's a very, very nice pack. I had the pleasure of proofing this one. It's not too difficult. It's got a nice a nice sort of gentle difficulty curve to it. So if you fancy playing this, you'll need to get the code in a minute. We don't have that command here, Derek Agony. That's an Ash command. We might have to add it on at some point. Go to horny jail. Go directly to horny jail. A nice and not at all horny peck. I think there might be one or two in there, but I don't want to give too much away. Let me say hello to all of you first. Who have we got? We've got Big Man Aaron. Good evening to you. Cola, Dogfish, Lupine, Lewis T, Samster and Topper. Good evening, Innis. Good evening, Sotley. Good evening, Johnny Charm. Good evening, JY and Milk-like Substance. To Zeus and Adster and Jerry and SM Midi. Good evening. And good evening to Pruse. Good evening to Score and to Derek and to Tabstop. Hello, Connor. Hello, Calibrated Division. Hello, Toot and AD Me and it's Sportsy. Good evening, Kira. Good evening, Amy. Good evening, Effrontery and Maxio and Claire. G. Isons and Oni, Shapes and Natter, Cetra, Quizzle and Ali Law, and anyone else who is lurking, lingering, loitering in the chat. Not wanting to chat, but if you're watching the stream, you're more than welcome to lurk in the wings. It's lovely to have you here, and I hope you're all keeping well. I should have got another cider before this started. Tell you what, I'll go get a cider while you type in the lobby code. If you want to play Zeus's Cryptex pack, strongly encourage you to get some form high energy. You're very welcome to lurk. Hope you keep it well. If you yeah, I would recommend getting a pen and paper as well. Also, well, thank you very much for the look. Hope you're well and enjoy the stream from the wings. Pen and paper. Get a pen and paper. You'll need one for Cryptex. It's one of those games. Pen and paper is probably going to be really helpful for you here. So do grab one, or Notepad++ or Google Sheets or whatever it is you fancy using. Obviously don't Google the answers, but you can have a sheet open if it's going to be helpful. Zeus is just going to end up with a Cryptex as a 6. That would be good. I wouldn't put it past him. I can neither confirm nor deny. The only Love Island contestant I can name is 8 letters. Well, let's see who's going to come and play first of all. If you want to come play Cryptex, you need to enter the code. Frame rate looks a bit better tonight. ETIN. That's what you need. Type it in. Just gonna get a cider. I'll be right back. We have multiple drinks because yes, this is one of those games that once it starts, it cannot be stopped. It's like Skynet from Terminator 3. Why I picked that film to reference more than any of the other, better Terminator films, I don't know, but there we are. Come join the game if you want to play Cryptex. It's basically a sort of crossword, like, kind of style thing, I suppose, is the best way I can describe it. That's a terrible way of describing it. All the rules are explained on stream ahead of each round. Relatively straightforward. The long and short of it is there's no spell checker on this, so all answers that you need to type to the bot are 8 letters long. You'll be given a clue and a position. Solve the clue, you get some points for that. The rules will explain it better in a moment. If we join and have to leave early, does that mess up the game? No, it doesn't mess up the game. If you can join, it just means obviously you won't get any points. Although points equal pennies in this game, so every point that you earn will give you a penny at the end of it. No, you can just stop playing, but it doesn't mess up the logic of the game. It just means your on-screen prefab won't move. It might go down as people overtake you, but that's absolutely fine, Amy. Do come join the game. And likewise, if you only want to play a couple of them, or if you just want to keep it on the background, but maybe want to type in one from time to time, if you see something, oh, I know that, I'm going to type that in, you're more than welcome to do that as well. It won't mess up the overall flow of the game, and it's not a limited lobby either, which is the only other time I might ask people not to join if it's a limited game. But this is mass multiplayer, so many of you as you like. So yeah, you'll be given a clue. For example, which golfer has the first name Edward? I can't think of anything. I'm thinking Woodward. Is he a golfer? Was Edward Woodward a golfer? I think he was a golfer. Was that Clive Woodward? Anyway, the answer might be Woodward. You type in Woodward, you get 5 points. If you get it wrong, you lose a point. If you repeat an answer that's already gone, you lose a point. At any point during the puzzle, he was an actor. There we go. At any point during the puzzle, you can solve any of the clues that have already been seen in the current puzzle. So if you see the first one, you're not sure. Rugby coach, thanks, Skylar. Yes, quite jogging jump. A bit of a QI reference there. If you see a clue that you don't know, but then later on it suddenly comes to you, you can still type it in as long as the first cryptex is on. For each clue that you see, you need to take one of the letters as indicated by the index you're given and put it into that slot. That will then help you solve the cryptex. You don't need to find all the clues to solve the cryptex, but the more clues you find, the more you get. If you do solve the cryptex, I think it's plus 20. If you don't, it's minus 10. Don't have to attempt the cryptex. It's quite a large penalty if you don't get it. And like I say, this game is self-sustaining. So once it starts, you're best to it can't be stopped. So just to give you an example of what I mean, have I got an envelope or something here I can draw on? Boots opticians, that's not important. So say the first clue was aardvark and it said 1, you'd need to take the A of aardvark and put it in there. Say the next clue was I don't know, abacus. I mean, it wouldn't be abacus because it's all got to be 8 letters, and abacus is 6. But if it said abacus and the second letter was B, you put the second letter there. All the way across, 5, 6, 7, 8, to form the cryptex word. That is what you are trying to do. So if the clue answer was, I don't know, shuriken, and it said 4th, you'd take the 4th letter of shuriken, which is an R, and put it into the 4th slot of the cryptex, and so on. That's how you play cryptex. Changes slightly in round 2 and again slightly in round 3, but that is the general gist of it. Cool. Aberdeen. Aberdeen is the correct answer, Shape. So well done. Clearly I was trying to spell Aberdeen there. So that's what's going on there, not Edinburgh. Right. I think we're about done there. So how many have we got? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 24, 32. Nice number to start the night off. Remember, we've got Big Break later on and another pack of That Is the Question, which I'm looking forward to sharing with you because it's got a new round. I timed it earlier on. It's about 24 minutes now with a new round and some extra spaces, extra time has been put in. It's absolute. Well, you didn't have to tell us that jogging, so we all know now. We could have to possibly change it now. But anyway, yes, TITQ, a rather unfortunate acronym. Just before we play, I'm going to give you one more chance to get some pennies. Cryptex 43, 10 pennies if you'd like to claim that. And then we will begin the game. Look at the medal table for this. How have we done with this? Let me just look at the medal table while you claim those pennies. If it'll actually let me get to it on this small window. I need another monitor. It's getting silly now. There's so many things open. Leaderboards and medal table. Cryptex medal table. Innes has got 4 golds and 4 silvers. Samsa's got 3 golds and 2 silvers. Catus 1 gold. Dogfish 1 gold, Clive 1 silver, Derek 1 silver, and Clemson 1 silver. Clive's also got 2 bronzes, beg your pardon there. Clive 1 silver, 2 bronze. Ape, Keshi, Toot, Oni, Lupine Shapes, Zeus have all taken a bronze before. I can't remember the payout structure for authors on this. I think it's 100, but I'll check that before we get there. Right, that's the time for the bonus right there. 36 players have claimed those 10 pennies, and I think we're going to be ready to begin the game. So, pens and papers ready. Let's play. Okay, round 1 is decryption. Every 20 seconds you'll be presented an index number and an 8-letter clue. There are 8 clues in total. These clues will help you crack the cryptex at the end of the round. The clue and the cryptex share the same letter in the index position. So for example, if you're told clue 6, hopping Australian marsupial, that would be kangaroo, you would take the 6th letter of that, which is R, and put it into the 6th slot of the cryptex. After all 8 clues have been revealed, there will be a 10-second break. At any time before the break, you may submit the answer to any of the clues that have been revealed, even if they're no longer on display. That's what I was mentioning when I say if you suddenly think of what clue 1 was, you can still type that in even after it's gone from the screen, up until that 10-second break. Each correct answer is worth 5 points. Any incorrect answers or repeats cost 1 point, so do tread carefully. After that 10-second break, crack the cryptex. You have 1 attempt. Cracking the cryptex is worth 20 points. An incorrect answer will cost 10 points. No penalty for abstention in this because that's quite a big penalty, but if you think you've built up enough clues, then you might want to try and crack it. We'll only accept your first answer. You must whisper to the bot, keep your eye on the chat, and everything will be 8 letters, including the cryptex, and the cryptex will be a real word. It won't be a made-up word. So, Whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot, as usual, keep your eye on the chat for the questions in real time, and pen of paper is strongly encouraged. With your success, as Score Count is saying, good luck to you all, have fun. Round 1 is to Crypt Center. Thank you again to Zeus for this. Let's play Cryptex. And here we go, resetting it. So, starting off, 8th letter. Phoenix Wright is an ace, one of these. Whisper in the answer. 8 letters long, whisper it to the bot. Take the 8th letter of that, put it into the 8th slot of your Cryptex. On we go. Sazerac branded cinnamon flavoured spicy Canadian whiskey. Sazerac branded cinnamon flavoured spicy Canadian whiskey. Oh, Dan, I'm really sorry, mate. Sorry, yes, you have just missed a lot of it. I did keep it open for as long as I could. 3rd letter then. What Celtic is for Biden? Play along at home, Dan. See if you can write them down, solve it along. You don't get the interactivity, sadly, but hopefully you can have some fun in sort of spectator mode. Welcome to the stream as well, by the way. Hope you keep it well. What Celtic is for Biden? Okay, clue 5. Resident of France's capital. Makes Mario massive. MMM. You want the first letter to put it into the first slot of the Cryptex. Hello, Rubik's. Oh, you're very kind. Thank you very much for the kind words. Aye, having dinner. It's all good, man. I got the reference down. Okay, next clue. 6th letter. Cured Italian pork belly. You want the 6th letter to go into the 6th slot of the Cryptex. Tricky one, tricky one. Okay, let's go on. The River Tagus flows through its capital. You want the 2nd letter. Put it into the 2nd slot of the Cryptex. It will help you build your Cryptex solution. Katy Perry wants you to let your colours burst in this song. You want the 4th letter, you want the word first of all, and then you want the 4th letter of it, and you want to put it into the 4th slot of the Cryptex. This is the final clue. So get your answers in. And you've got 10 seconds now to check you're working, and after this, 20 seconds to solve the Cryptex. If you do so, 20 points, if not minus 10. Have you solved enough clues? Have you got enough letters to work it out? Answer now. Oh, a few wrong answers there. Quite a few right ones as well. What is the Cryptex? Quite a few solves, a few people going wrong. The Cryptex solution was modestly. Phoenix Wright is an ace attorney, where we got the Y from. The Sazerac branded cinnamon flavour spicy Canadian whiskey was a fireball, where we got the L. Celtic for Biden is the code name, from where we got the D. Resident of France's capital is a Parisian, from where we got the S. The thing that makes Mario massive is a mushroom, from where we got the M. Cured Italian pork belly is a pancetta, from where we got the T. The River Tagus flows through its capital, that's Portugal, from where we got the O. And Katy Perry wants you to let your colours burst in firework, from where we got the E. That's the end of puzzle 1. Got another one in this round. Very well done to Toot on getting all 8 clues. Just 1 misfire there. Claire and Innes in joint 2nd. Derek, Dogfish and Lupine in joint 3rd on 50. Said at modesty and couldn't join the darts. Bad luck, big man Aaron. Maybe better luck on puzzle 2. Let's reset the Cryptex. Here's your first clue. Clinton appointed first Jewish female justice of the US Supreme Court. It's the 8th letter. You want to put the 8th letter into the 8th slot of the Cryptex. A few people getting it. A few misfires there. Might be a spelling error, possibly. Maybe you've got the wrong person. What the plot does with more twists and turns. You want the 5th letter. Quizzy Dan's got to leave this to Lovey. Fair stuff, Quizzy Dan. What the plot does with more twists and turns. You want the fifth letter. On we go. Zuzana Kapitova is incumbent president of this European country. You want the second letter in the second slot of the Cryptex. I'm just going to check my pronunciation on this. Zuzana Chaputova. Chaputova is the correct pronunciation there. Apologies for butchering that. On we go. First one, this could be very helpful in solving the Cryptex. Vivaldi's Four Concerti in Italian. First letter of this goes in the first slot of the Cryptex. What is this one? Shape's the first to break cover there, Innes shortly afterwards. On we go. Ricky and Carl's friend Steve, aka Wheatley. You got the fourth letter. The lightest halogen, seventh letter. Be a couple of spelling errors sneaking in on this one. Thank you, Rubix. Yeah, it's pretty intense arena sound. First American Idol winner. You want the third letter. One more clue to come after this one, so do be thinking back to the ones you've seen. Oh honey, it's a beekeeper, sixth letter. Oh honey, it's a beekeeper. Last couple of seconds then. Okay, 10 seconds to check through your answers. And then 20 seconds to solve the Cryptex. I'm seeing quite a few clues solved, not quite as many as last time perhaps. Do you want to have a go? Have you got enough to work it out? What is the Cryptex? A lot of green going on there. Any more for any more? Claire's tried and missed. Quite a few people sitting this one out. The solution is slacking. Clinton appointed first Jewish female justice of the US Supreme Court was Ginsburg, from where we got the G. When the plot has more twists and turns, it thickens, from where we got the K. That is incumbent president of Slovakia, from where we got the L. Vivaldi's Four Concerti Stagioni, from where we got the S. Rick and Carl's friend Steve, aka Wheatley, merchant, where we got the C from. The lightest halogen is fluorine, from where we got the N. First American Idol winner was Clarkson, as in Kelly, where we got the A from. Oh honey, it's a beekeeper, that is an apiarist. That is the end of the second puzzle and the end of round one. Toot in pole position with 112. Derek's got 98. Dogfish and Lupine still tied there in third on 95. Much to play for though, as we go into round number two. Number two. Anytime you like, game. There we go. Too much of a pause at the end there. Round two is combination. Gameplay is identical to round one, exactly 8 letters required in each answer. Whisper it to Persephone's Twitch spot. Keep your eye on the chat for when the question is live. But each clue is now a combination of 2 words. The ending of the first word is blended with the beginning of the second word, and at least 2 of the letters will overlap. So, for example, your clue might be poker hand of 5 hearts mashed together with bar black blank. That would be a flush and a sheep. The S and the H overlap to give you an 8-letter made-up word, flusheep. As before, you need to take the index that is given. Poor flu sheep, I know. You need to take the index that is given to you and put that into that particular slot of the Cryptex. In this case, the second index would be L. Build them up and try and solve the Cryptex at the end for the same number of points. Other than that, 5 points for a correct answer, -1 for repeats or wrong answers, 20 points for solving the Cryptex, -10 if you get it wrong. No, don't give flu to sheep. That's going to lead to all sorts of problems if we do that. Well, sheep give flu to humans, good lord. Isn't that what foot and mouth disease was? Anyway, this combination, 2 puzzles in this round, would be bad. Yes, it would. Here we go. Capital of Oregon State mashed together with Madagascar native primates. You want the second letter? Because of the first one there. Innis shortly behind. And a few more coming in now as well. You don't necessarily need to solve it to work out the letter. You can maybe, if you know half of it, you can still take that letter for your Cryptex. So even if you don't get the 5 points for the clue, it might help you build your Cryptex up. Next one, 2021 Booker Prize winning author mashed together with not see-through. You want the 8th letter. Even if you can't solve it, you might be able to get some information from it all the same. Next, you want the first letter, Noel Edmonds' spotty friend and the Nailed It host. Mash them together, what do you get? No takers. Okay, let's go on. Affleck's 2012 Best Picture winner and the My Precious quotee. Mash them together. We should come out with an 8-character mashup of word. What is it? And you want the third letter therein to put into your Cryptex slot. Progressing in a straight line, and third rock from the sun. 7th letter. On we go. Lowest pitched brass instrument, and to exchange an exchange of goods without money. 6th letter is what you're after. Mash them together and put it in for 5 points. Take the 6th letter, write it down. Might be handy later on. Data or weapon storage, and the 57 varieties brand. You want the 5th letter. Watch out because spelling will count. Remember, at least 2 of the letters in this mashed up word will overlap. On we go. Madonna's 1990 name-dropping single mashed together with Hotel Visitors. This is the final clue of this puzzle. So marshal as much of the information as you can. Have a think back to what's previously gone. See if it's going to help you out in solving this Cryptex. 10 seconds then to check you're working. Nobody with a full board here by the looks of it. There's some pretty close clients with 7, I see. Can you solve the Cryptex? Give it a go. 20 points if you can. There's a few early solves there. Very well played. Getting yourselves 20 points. Toot was not the first, but he has got there. There's a lot of green there. A few more players getting it too. Front three trying and missing. The Cryptex was Baguette. Capital of Oregon State and the Madagascar native primate Salimas or Salimas. Then you've got Diopake. Blobby's Edmund's spotty friend Blobbier. Argolem was the next one from where we got the G. Lineearth is where we got the T. Tubata is where we got that letter. But I did see Cashines and Vogest. End of puzzle 3. They're quite tricky to say. That's a question of hard debating the S. Can't count. Well, after puzzle 3, Toot maintains his lead, 157. Derek on 147. Dogfish 145. We now have a clear 1, 2, and 3. Samster and Innis, who are sort of the medal board leaders at the moment. Samster's in 4th. Innis a little bit further down, but still much to do and many rounds to go. Let's go on to puzzle 4. What Mercury does at minus 39C and a citrus fruit rind. Those who are the most vogue. Nice. $50 bill present and skull extensions in Cervidae. Not unsure of the pronunciation, but you want the first letter either way. I've stopped JY getting there. Any more? Yes, Innes is there as well. And Quizzle getting there too. You can come back to that a bit later on. United Nations Simulation backspace does this. Mash them together, take the 6th letter, and submit the answer to get your 5 points here as well. Mbop band, and a shade of black named after a gemstone. You want the 4th letter here. Remember, at least 2 of the letters will overlap in these 2 clues. South American brandy, sometimes soured, and a tennis arena. Tennis arena. 3rd letter is what you're after. Slip up from Colo and from Clive. So that might be a typo. Might have misthought through the question. Do give it another go. You can try them again, and you can try previous clues. There's no penalty other than the -1 point. Leader or teacher in Judaism, and the national mammal of the USA. Mash them together. Take the 5th letter for your Cryptex solution. Leader or teacher in Judaism, national mammal of the USA. Juventus FC City, and the connection between bay and ocean. You're the 8th letter. Can see some people thinking back to previous clues here. It's always a valid strategy. One more clue to come then. Hometown of Super Bowl 2021 winners, and to counter a sword attack. You want the 2nd letter. Okay, 10 seconds thinking time. Tabstop has managed to find all 8 here. So Tabstop should have the Cryptex already. Anybody else, you might want to have a little think about it. You might want to hazard a guess. You might be able to work it out from what you've got. 20 seconds to solve it. Yeah, people with gaps are able to plug those gaps. Claire managing to get there with just 3 clues. Very well played. Likewise, Amy as well. The solution is gaseous. Gaseous. Freezest was freezest. Grantler. Modelette. Hansonics. Where we got the N? S, sorry. Piscourt. Piscourt. Rabison. Or Rabison, would probably be better. And Turinlet. And Tampari. Where we got the A. That's the end of puzzle 4 and the end of round 2. Toot still in the lead with 211. There's not a lot in it. This could still be made up. Toot on 211. Derek on 197. Dogfish 195. Now just a point ahead of Lupine on 194, who's a point ahead of Quizzle on 193. Samster 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 6th on 189. Oni 176. Innes 173. Tabstop 168. Claire and Shapes 128. Clive 126. That's your top row. Let's go to round 3. So, round 3 is Cryptex. In this round, crack the Cryptex as quickly as possible. Categorically, do not submit answers to the clues. Only crack the Cryptex. I will warn you again, do not submit answers to these clues, because if they are 8 letters, it will be taken as your guess and you only get 1. At the beginning of the round, the Cryptex is worth 55 points. Clues are revealed every 15 seconds. Each clue drops the value of the Cryptex by 5 points. You have 1 attempt. An incorrect answer will earn you 1 point for each letter in the correct position. So as it gets to the end of the game and you've seen all the clues, you might as well attempt something, because you get 1 point for every letter in the right place, even if you don't solve it. If you do manage to solve the Cryptex, you get the points in the bank. You are given a category at the beginning to help you out along your way, and it will be a real word as usual. So there are 3 in this round, but the time does move a little bit faster. 55 points in the bank. Good luck. Category is food and drink. Remember, you only get 1 attempt. If you want to try and solve it now for 55 points, you can do. It will be 8 letters long, food and drink. Final reminder, do not attempt to solve the clues, because if the clues are 8 letters long, they might not be, but if they are and you attempt it, then it'll be treated as the wrong answer. Right, 7th letter, South African salted dried beef. 7 letters long, and you want the 7th. Remember, we're after a food and drink. The category is food and drink. Drop it to 45 points. Clear brandy distilled from Morello cherries. This is 12 letters long. You want the 8th letter. No one going for 45. Okay, we'll go down again. 40 points and another clue. These fruity ribes or ribes can be red, black, or even white. It's 8 letters long. You want the 2nd letter. 6th letter then, in a 6-letter long word, tequila and grapefruit juice cocktail. AB me having a go, getting some points, but not solving the Cryptex. 35 if you can solve now. Fruity zombie singers. 11 letters long, you want the 5th. 30 points if you can solve now. And the category is food and drink. Down to 25 points. Penguin or pasta? 8 letters long, you want the 4th. Claire's the first to solve the Cryptex for 25 points. Very well played. Down to 20. Jogging Chum getting in, I think, just before the 25 seconds. Gouda and Edam are from here for 11 letters long. You want the 3rd. Toot has now solved the Cryptex for 20 points. A few more players solving now. And there's a big flurry there. Last clue. Southern French stinky sheep's cheese. 9 letters long. You want the 1st. It's worth 15 points at this stage. You have now seen all the clues, so now is the time to give it a go. Solve it now for 15 points. Otherwise, I'm going to give you 15 seconds, 10 points if you can solve it now. Give it a go. Remember, 1 point for every letter in the right place, even if it is wrong. Worth having a stab, even if you worked out just 1 or 2. Do give it a go. Switching to the Cryptex. Rutabaga, South African salted dry beef is biltong. Clear brandy distilled from Morello cherries is Kirschwasser. Fruity ribes can be red, black, or even white. That's currants. Tequila and grapefruit juice cocktail is Paloma. Fruity zombie singers are the Cranberries. Penguin or pasta, that would be macaroni. Gouda and Edam are from the Netherlands. And the Southern French stinky sheep's cheese is Roquefort. Let's reset the Cryptex, 55 points going back in. The category is film. And we want to solve film for 8 letters for 55 points. No, okay, so in we go. Category is film. The big 3 film festivals are Cannes, Berlin, and where else? 6 letters, you want the 6th. 50 points for solving now. Going for it, okay. Subject to the highest grossing stop motion animation film in the year 2000. 7 letters long, you want the 1st. Remember, you're after something to do with film. 45 points for solving now. Nope, okay, on we go. Sharon's hometown in Little Miss Sunshine. 11 letters long, you want the 2nd. 40 points for solving here. Taking it. The Oscar The Promising Young Woman won in 2021. It's 9 letters long. You want the 4th. 35 points if you can solve it here. On we go. Still no one solving. 30 points available now. Final word in the 3rd Indiana Jones film title. It's 7 letters long. You want the 3rd. Drop it to 25 points. Sole son of Elven King Thranduil in Lord of the Rings. 7 letters long. You want the 7th. 25 points if you solve now. Toot is the first to solve. It's going to give him a good lead. Anybody else? Drop to 20 points. She's been knocked up and worn 27 dresses. It's 5 letters long. You want the 5th. Laptop's had a go and not cracked it. Last clue then. 15 seconds. Captain Von Trapp greeted by this every morning in The Sound of Music. 9 letters long, you want the 8th. Might as well give it a go. 15 points for solving now. Otherwise we'll give you 15 seconds to solve it for 10. Give it a go. 1 point for every letter you find, even if it's wrong. Worth a stab. You can't lose points here. solution was Clueless. The big three film festivals are Cannes, Berlin and Venice. Subject to the highest grossing stop motion animation film was Chicken Run. Sharon's hometown in Little Miss Sunshine was Albuquerque. The Oscar that Promising Young Woman won in 2001, that was screenplay. The final word in the third Indiana Jones film title was Crusade. The sole son of the Elven King Thranduil in Lord of the Rings is Legolas. Knocked up and worn 27 dresses is Heigl, and Captain Von Trapp greeted every morning in The Sound of Music by Edelweiss. I am my answer to a clue. Here we go then. 55 points on the category of geography. Got a tie in silver place at the moment. Give out a medal each. 55 for solving on geography, 8 letters. Nope, we'll drop to 50 then. Here's a clue. Cherry giving it a go. Alpine mountain that translates as a peak of the meadows. 10 letters, you want the 6th. Down to 45 points then. Highest peak in North America, the newer name. 6 letters, you want the 3rd. Go. Portuguese archipelago housing Ponta Delgada, 6 letters. You want the 5th and it's worth 40 points right now. And with that, Toot guarantees the gold medal. Most popular city in Pakistan, 7 letters long. You want the 2nd, worth 35 points. Only becomes the first to solve, moving up to 233, getting 35 points. Well played. 30 now available. British overseas territory in the Iberian Peninsula. 9 letters long. You want the 8th. Dropping to 25 then. Illinois is in this time zone. It's 7 letters long. You want the 1st. Couple of souls coming in now. Quizzle, Itzotli, Tabstop. All getting 25 points there. Derek as well, and Lupine. Score solving 2. The Indus River flows into this sea. 7 letters long, you want the 4th letter. 20 points available now. Final clue coming up then. Dogfish solving just in the nick of time for 20 points. Line of latitude with length equaling Earth's circumference. 7 letters, you want the 7th. 15 points if you can solve now. You have seen all the clues. Remember, 1 point for every correct letter, even if it is wrong. The category is geography. Here comes some solves. 10 points for doing it now, or 1 point per letter if you can't. Give it a go, you might as well. Remember, 1 penny for every point that you end up with in this game as well. And there's your time. The solution was Canberra. Matterhorn is Peak of the Meadows. Denali is the highest peak in North America. Azores is the Portuguese archipelago. Karachi is the most populous city in Pakistan. Gibraltar is the British overseas territory in the Iberian Peninsula. Central is the time zone of Illinois. Arabian is the sea to which the Indus River flows into, and the line of latitude equaling the Earth's circumference is the equator. And that is the end of the game. And our winner is now cut that out. Very well played, sir. Indeed. Let me give you multiple GGs. Have multiple GGs from me. There you go. So, what a great game. What a great game of Cryptex. Nice to see so many players getting stuck in, and we will give you one penny for every point that you have got in this game. That will be added to your totals. And I've also got to give out some medals. We have got a tie in second between Derek and Quizzle. Very well played, taking the silver, both taking the silver medal. Such a good pack, lovely mix of knowledge and pop culture. I agree, Samster. I thought it was really well balanced, and I particularly loved. I don't know if you spotted it, but in the round 3 puzzles, all of the questions also related to the category that the Cryptex was, which I thought was a really, really nice touch. First time I've not cried during Cryptex. Good to hear. But yeah, I thought that was really sterling work from Zeus there. By Mario Party rules, they come last. No, it's a really well thought out pack from Zeus. I had the pleasure of. I know Zeus is a pretty competent writer, so I sort of left it till like this afternoon before proofing it. Unfortunately, there was only one typo that we caught, and actually it was Zeus who caught it when I messaged him to say no typos, it's all great, and then he found a typo on fluorine, the U and the O were the wrong way around. And normally that wouldn't be too much of a problem, but in a game like this, where there's no leniency on the spelling, it kind of was. So we're glad we caught that. So very many thanks to Zeus. Let's award some medals to our winners. Cryptex Gold, first of all. That is going to go to Now Cut That Out. Add that to your medal cabinet too. Very well played. And award medal. Ba-ching! Yay! Derek Agony is going to take Cryptex Silver. Cryptex Silver and Derek Agony, where are you? There you are. Derek Agony, Cryptex Silver award medal. And that's also going to go to Quizzle83. With tie, we're getting 2 silver medals out. I spoil you with your medals, but of course that's how we're going to do it. We're not doing tiebreakers here. Quizzle83 also taking the silver medal, and Samster taking a bronze medal. I think that might be Samster's first bronze in Cryptex. I'll go and check that in just a moment. Samster. There he is. Samster. Cryptex bronze award medal. Let's just go take a quick look at the medal table. And see where we all were. And of course, I've got to give Zeus his author bonus. He's going to check the medal table first. So yes, you get pennies equal to the score that you've got here. Should just be automatic. Again, I haven't tested it because I didn't want to overwrite the database, but it looks like it should work. We'll find out in a minute. So Toot, Derek, Quizzle, and Samster going on to the Cryptex medal table. Toot had previously won a bronze, but that is your first gold, Toot, so very well played. Derek, that is your second silver medal, yet to win a bronze and yet to come top, but keep chipping away at it. Second silver medal for Derek. Quizzle getting his first silver medal there, first medal at all in Cryptex. Samster, you've now completed the set. You're the first player to get one of each. So you've got 3 gold, Samster, 2 silver, and 1 bronze. You'll have to retire now. Please don't. 3, 2, 1 on your medals there, Samster. So very, very well played. I was going to just check Quizzle very quickly. I think that might be your first medal full stop. It might not be. I might be wrong. Forgive me if I'm wrong. It is Quizzle's very first medal, so well played. And yes, join the medal party there, Quizzle. So nicely done. 3, 2, 1 does suggest it. Where's Zeus? I've got to give him an author bonus. I don't select that one. I go to Zeus. Where are you? You're last on. Oh, you're not quite last on because there's Jure now as well. ZZRH. Zeusless. And it's not a medal I want to give you. It is an author bonus, and I'm pretty sure it's 100 pennies. I'm pretty sure it's 100 pennies. I'm going to go with 100 pennies. Zeusless, 100 award pennies author bonus. There you go. Lovely stuff. And of course, I'm going to give everyone else a chance to get 10 pennies as well. Post Cryptex 30. If you want to go and get some extra pennies there, do type in the code. So that has been Cryptex. I hope you had fun with it. It's a very intense game for about half an hour and really gets you suckered in. So after the break, we are going to be playing a good old-fashioned game of Big Break. This is much more relaxed, but it's equally fast-paced. It's quite fast-paced, Big Break, possibly the fastest pace there is. There have been a couple of little changes, a couple of ancillary changes, nothing major though to it. The biggest change actually is that we've now got questions from the community. So there's a load of questions coming from Oni and a load of questions coming from Jay White. I have shuffled the databases, so it's not just going to be a big stack of Onis and a big stack of Jay Whites. There were also some questions left over from the Face-Off database ones that I put into the game. Yes, pot as many balls as you can. Absolutely right. It's only a game, so pot as many balls as you can. It's only a game, so put up a real good fight. Do we get Ben's trick shot? I don't know about that. You get my bonus pennies. Dish out my bonus pennies. Oh, hello. Tech Freak Gaming subscribing on a 4-month streak there. Thank you very much for the 4 months, Tech Freak Gaming. Lovely to have you here. And welcome to others who joined during that. Mark, Puzzle Dan, Dev, Quizzy Dan, Sparrowcastle, Riff Raccoon, Clive, David. Sorry I didn't say hello to you before, but welcome to the stream if you are still here. Lovely to have you. And I hope you enjoyed that, whether you were playing or whether you were in the wings. I'm going to stop that bonus right there. I think the stream is from Alan Rickman. I said Alan Davison. Alan Rickman. So if I refresh the app, you should now be able to see your pennies in real time. That should have just updated. Not ones from the game, though. I need to do the credits for it. I've still got none. I don't know why I keep doing that to myself. But no, it won't have updated the ones from the game yet. It's just the medals I've had. So actually, it won't have made any difference. Playing along offline also was a lovely Cryptex. It really was, wasn't it, Riv? Really was. Right, we're going to take a very short break. Just want to get big break set up. So go grab yourselves another drink. I'll put an ad break on, but I won't start the next game until that ad break is over. If you don't have ad free at the moment. So as soon as I press the roll credits button, then it should update the penny. So if I refresh the app, all will be well. So we'll be able to test it in a minute. So Mark E, currently on 93. Mark E, are you in this game? You're not in this game, so we shouldn't make any difference there. Calibrated Vision, currently on 30. Were you in this game? Yes. So Calibrated Vision, in a minute, you should go up to 130. Let's find out. Stay right there, and we'll be back with Big Break after the break. And like I said, don't go away, because right after this short break, we will be playing Big Break. In the meantime, here's some break time pennies, some break time jazz. I will see you in a few minutes' time.
Shoobity-wop-me-oobity-wop-me-oop-a-doo-dow.
It's only a game, so put up a real good fight. I'm gonna be snickering you tonight. I'm famed for my aim, so you better believe I'm right. I'm gonna be snickering you tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Royal Flush. Welcome to Big Break the Quiz. It's been a while since we've seen Big Break the Quiz. Have some Big Break pennies as well. Yes, Derek Agony, I just introduced myself. I always do. And there's some different games have got different quirks, right? And so this is the one where I do. So I think I do quite a good impression of the voiceover man from Big Break. That's my opinion. My opinion is also I do a good Alan Rickman impression. Other people disagree with that, maybe. But anyway, that's how. That's the quirk of this one. Yes, I introduced myself. Fight me in the comments. So this is Big Break the Quiz. You'll be relieved to hear that it's not just a snooker quiz. It is a sort of general knowledge quiz. It's sort of lighthearted. It's semi-original and it's semi-classics. It's based off Big Break, the snooker game show. But it doesn't. But obviously, we haven't all got snooker tables at our disposal, or professional snooker players for that matter. So it's got a completely new sort of quiz format over it. But it sort of borrows flavours of the original. The round names are the same, and the music and the snooker theming is all there. So it's always good to have self-confidence. Thank you, Claire. I will do me. So yeah, it's sort of semi-original and semi-classic. Not that we have those distinctions much anymore, but. Savage in chat. It's fine. I can deal with it. A reminder that you can now cash in your micro pennies for full fat pennies if you like. So if you've got that, there've been a few that have come in, and I've cashed those in. So if you've got a load of micro pennies that have been building up, you can use those to cash in. We will have some Alan Davis, and I keep saying Alan Davis, some Alan Rickman during this round. There we go. AB Me's wanted to cash in some pennies there. Let me stop the bonus first of all. 38 players getting some pennies there. Let's select AB Me. You're actually first on my list alphabetically, AB Me. So I have to deselect and then reselect, otherwise it doesn't apply anything. AB Me, award pennies, 500 regular. Boom. There you go. That's cashed in. Mark is complete. And Kira cashing in 100 pennies there as well. Let me find you. This will probably be the last one, and the rest I'll do after the fact. But 100 pennies, useless noisemaker. Award pennies. There you go. And mark is complete. So spend those micro pennies wisely. And of course, we've met the community challenge now, which is great. So Big Break is fast and furious. Whereas most games with both a lobby and a hot seat, it's the hot seat that's the focus and the lobby is a sort of ancillary afterthought. This game is the hot seat is a vehicle to drive the lobby game. The lobby game is the main thing here. The gold, silver and bronze medals are awarded to the lobby players. Again, you get pennies equal to the points that you get in this game from the lobby. The hot seat players get a space on the leaderboard, but you don't get pennies for the score you have in the hot seat. That just goes on the leaderboard, which is a separate thing where only a handful of people go on there. There is a self-exclusion method, I believe, in this game, so if for whatever reason you don't want to be in the hot seat, that's completely fine. You can just play along in the lobby. You can exclude after joining. I think it's just !exclude. Instructions will be on the screen. As usual, whisper to the bot and all that jazz. But if you want to play, enter the code. The Marvel Junior Cinematic Universe, MJCU. Type !exclude if you do not want to play in this hot seat game. So a lot of questions here from Oni and from JY, and there's a few left over from the Face-Off database, which was the original sort of source of trivia for this game. But come and join. The snooker game's just going to continue in the background. We can just ignore that. You just ignore that. Some new people have joined. Hello. Dev, welcome. Tech Free Gaming, Tipster, Free Ruckus, Anisep, welcome to you. I see you cropping up in the chat. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're well. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 40. We're up to 40 already. Lovely stuff. Well, we are going to play Big Break. Big Break's about half an hour, 40 minutes, something like that. And then we're going to finish off with That Is the Question. That'll be about 25 minutes because I've timed it. And it's another self-running game. I love this one. So just press the button and sit back. This one, I've got to press the button a couple of times and occasionally condone it. There we go. Right. Like I say, !exclude if you don't want to be in the hot seat for whatever reason. With 6 points apparently. Is that right, Mark? You earned six pennies. Welcome to the game. Welcome to the game. And goodbye from the game. Calibrated vision, you're coming in and out, so to speak. Or you've gone in and gone out again. So if you... it doesn't change the net text of your name, but I think it does just... I can probably tell you who's excluded by looking at my inspector. Yes, we've got quite a few on the exclusion list. So we've got Adster, SM Midi, Tabstop, David, Digital David, that is, Dogfish, Jerry Eris, Cola, Effrontery, Toot, Sparrow Castle, Anasep Claire, JY, AB Me, Riffracoon, Zeus, and Jogging Chum. You are all on the exclusion list, so won't be picked for hot seat play, but you can still participate in the lobby game. So if you're expecting your name to be there but you didn't hear it, you might want to type !exclude. Delighted to say we've got 20 red hot questions, of which we'll need exactly 10, 46 potluck questions, which should be plenty, and then more than 22 is the lowest count on a couple of the categories. Most of them have got 25 or more, so that should be more than enough for one game. As ever, if you do want to write questions for either this game or any of the games that we play here on game night, do come join the Discord, grab yourself the question writer role. You'll be let into a special question writers section of the Discord, and you'll be able to have access to the question writing tools and so on. This is, I think, probably the last game that we're now playing on a relatively regular basis where there is a sort of database, or in this case multiple databases depending on the categories, a database of questions, whereas I think almost exclusively now all the other games use packs, which is a format I personally prefer. The one weird exception to that is Spotlight, which uses a sort of database of packs, so to speak. So that's the one slightly weird exception, but most of the games are now pack driven rather than database driven, which I personally prefer as a method. It keeps it cleaner, and in games like this one, for example, where there's only 2 writers, it might mean Oni and Jay White have a small advantage because they're statistically more likely to see their questions. They're not guaranteed necessarily, of course, but if you want to dilute that down a bit and you want to write some questions for it, do grab yourself that question writer role, and it would be lovely to hear from you. Right, what am I looking for? Big break, the quiz. I think that's about what we're going to get. 42 players, which is fantastic to see. Let's pick ourselves some hot seat players. Mark, Puzzle Dan, Samster, and Dev, you are our hot seat players. Those colours are placeholder, they won't necessarily persist. You're in the hot seat, so very well played. I say well played, well RNG'd. Sam's finally in for this. As we played it 5 or 6 times now, and it's only 4 at a time. But if you're not one of the hot seat players, don't worry, you can still participate in the lobby game, and it's basically the same experience. It's just, as I say, the hot seat players are a vehicle to drive the lobby game. So those are our hot seat players: Mark, Puzzle Dan, Samster, and Dev. Very best of luck. Let's go to round 1. So that animation was nicked from the TV show, so that's where it's similar. So here you can see you're all populated in alphabetical order. Only shows the top 10 at any one time, and you can see we've got 42 players in there. You will note that if you are in the hot seat game, you're also in the lobby game. So we can see Mark here, we can see Puzzle Dan down there. That's because, as I say, that is the main thrust of the game. And even when you are eliminated, because it's an elimination-based hot seat, but not elimination-based lobby, once you're eliminated from the hot seat, you can continue in the lobby game all the same. I'm going to give my voice a little break, and I'm going to let me explain how round 1 works.
Round 1 is called Red Hot. You'll be shown 10 questions over 60 seconds, with each question automatically appearing after 6 seconds. Whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. The answer to each question will be 5 or fewer characters long. You may attempt any question at any time, even if the question is no longer displayed on the screen. There's no penalty for wrong answers, and you may re-attempt the question if you give a wrong answer. At the end of the round, the hot seat player with the lowest score will be eliminated from the game. In the event the scores are tied, the player who submitted their most recent answer first takes priority. Good luck.
So the main thing to take away from that is that 5 or fewer, as Claire's just saying there, 5 or fewer characters in the answer. These are all very short answers. You've only got 6 seconds to type it, and remember it's all to the bot, but they're 5 or fewer characters. Again, just like with Cryptex, you can type an answer even after the question has gone from the screen. So if you're a bit behind and question 2 has popped up, but then you think, I know what question 1 is, you can still type it and it will still count it. So it's out of 10. Lowest scoring player in the hot seat will be eliminated. If there is a tie, then the player who got to, say there's a tie, 3 people are on, or 2 people are on 3 points. The player who got there first takes priority. The player who got there second will be eliminated. Submitted, yeah. That's the one. Ah, Mrs. Flush is here. She's sneaking up on me.
Hi.
Hey, Mrs. Flush. Shall we go to Just Cam so you can say hi?
Just Cam.
Here's Mrs. Flush.
Hello, everyone. Having a good night. Hi.
How was your walk?
Lovely, thank you. It was really good. The dog took off after the smell of a fox that she caught. She was like, "Fox!" I was like, "No, the
With an
fox has
O
gone
and an
gone."
X, not a U or a C or a K or an S.
Fox! And she took off, and then she came running back because she's dumb.
Did she balk?
She did. She balked at a St Bernard.
Naughty dog.
She saw a St Bernard at the other.
What does the fox say?
No,
I'm sorry, everyone. You've managed to purge
that.
purge that from your minds. I've now put it right back there. I can only apologise. Sorry, not sorry. It is a terrible, terrible song.
It is a terrible, terrible song.
Right, we're going to play Big Break.
Cool. I'm gonna do some ironing.
Pog.
I'm like totes rock and roll.
Cool. Well, we'll see you in a bit.
In a bit.
Mwah. Love you.
Or should we be sickening?
No. No, let's not be too
Bye,
sickening.
guys.
Don't diss that song. I will. I will. Poggers ironing, as Devon say. Absolutely. Massive poggers on the ironing. Right. So, fingers on buzzers, so to speak. No, not really. Not really. Fingers on buzzers, whispering to the bot. 5 or fewer characters in these 10 questions here. F indeed. Mrs. Flush kills Royal live on stream. Yeah, Pog Iron. Pig Iron. Pog Iron. F. Right. Good luck. It's red hot 60 seconds. Let's play. There's no countdown in this game, so it just starts. So let's go 3, 2, 1. Here we go. In golf, what is the name for a hole that scores 2 below par? No ordinals needed. Which English king was deposed in the Glorious Revolution of 1688? Question 3. What word can either be a rare stroke of luck or a parasitic liver flatworm? What was the name of the talking statue in the Art Attack TV series? What grain crop beginning with C, when grounded, is the main ingredient of arepas and usually polenta? Which chemical element becomes a cartoon investigator reporter helped by Snowy when repeated? Question 7. Which British author Blyton wrote popular children's series Secret 7? What word is both a golf assistant and a container for tea? What kind of animal is Holstein Friesian a common breed of? 10 seconds. What kind of cards can be found in a major arcana? 3 seconds. You've got time for this? Mark and Samster score 7! I forgot how fast-paced the questions come up. I was sort of getting carried away. I've got 6 seconds to read them and sort of looking up. Oh, look, a brightly coloured dishcloth. I'm getting distracted. I must stay on the ball. Wow, pretty high-scoring opening round. Very, very fast indeed. Mark and Samster scoring 7. Dev scoring 6. Puzzle Dan. It's first out again. Bad luck, but still getting 3. Pretty good effort. There were some tricky questions in there. But unfortunately, that is the end of your time in the hot seat. But do continue playing from the lobby game. Speaking of the lobby game, let's go and have a look and see how y'all got on. So David didn't manage to get any in. I don't know if he went AFK or just struggled with them. Akira and Tech Freak, Maxio, Energia getting 2. Puzzle Dan, Natter and Connor all getting 3. Topper, Sparrow, SM Midi, Milk Like Effrontery getting 4. Claire and Adsa both on 5. Tipster Prugs, It's Sotley, Dev, Dogfish, Aaron, AB Me, all on 6. Zeus, Shapes, Samster, Mark, Cola, J White, Jerry, Free Ruckers, Calibrated Vision, and Anasep all getting 7. Oni, and into the top 10 now. Oni, Toot, Jogging Chum and Clive on 8. Lupine, Tabstop, Riff and Derek getting 9. But Quizzle and Innis leading the pack at the moment with 10 points each. Very well played. Well, that's the end of round 1. Good games all round. Bad luck to Puzzle Dan, but do carry on from the lobby game. Let's see what round 2 brings. Oh no, let's see what the answers are. In golf, 2 under par is an eagle. I forgot I've got to do the answers. Which English king was deposed in the Glorious Revolution of 1688? That was James. James was the answer. Either a rare stroke of luck or a parasitic liver flatworm. That's a fluke. Fluke, what we needed there. The name of the talking statue in the Art Attack TV series, that was Head, or it's me, the Head. What grain crop beginning with C was grounded polenta? Corn was the answer. The option was there for maize, so I added the C to clarify because there can only be one option. Chemical element becomes a cartoon investigator. That's tin, as in Tin Tin, helped out by Snowy. British author Blyton wrote popular children's series Secret 7. That was Enid Blyton. Also wrote The Famous Five. What word is both a golf assistant and a container for tea? That's a caddy. Caddy, what we needed there. What kind of animals is Holstein Friesian a common breed of? It's a cow. Moo cow. And question number 10. What kind of cars can be found in a major arcana? It is tarot. Tarot was the answer there. That's the end of the round now. I forgot I needed to show you what the answers were. So Enid Blyton also wrote The Famous Five. I once saw a headline on the BBC, which was 5 caught doing 218 mile an hour on M1. I thought, blimey, she's taken a dark turn. Let's go to round 2. Round 2 is pocket money. Mark, Samster and Dev progress through. Mark as the high scorer, or the first person to get there as the high scorer. You are going to be going first in pocket money. Slightly different rules, and to give myself another break, I'm going to let myself explain it.
Round 2 is called pocket money. Each hot seat player has 90 seconds to earn as many points as possible. Answers should be whispered to Persephone's Twitch bot. Gameplay starts with a potluck question worth 1 point. If the hot seat player answers correctly, they pick a colour by whispering a number from 2 to 7 to the bot. The new question will be worth that many points and be from the category indicated on the colour board. Categories are shuffled after each attempted colour. If the hot seat player answers incorrectly, they get a new potluck question worth 1 point. Play continues with the hot seat player picking a colour after each successful red until the timer runs out. Lobby players may attempt any question at any time, even after the question is no longer displayed on the screen. The current hot seat player may only attempt the current question. The rival hot seat players may answer along as though they are playing in the lobby game. At the end of the round, the hot seat player with the lowest score will be eliminated from the game. In the event the scores are tied, the hot seat player with the higher overall score takes priority. Good luck.
I'm starting to wonder if anyone's actually listening to the instructions or just looking for things to comment on my Jim Davidson impression. If you've got questions about the gameplay, you should have been listening more carefully rather than eliminate it. You naughty people. Right, so the biggest takeaways from that is... principally in this first round, where Mark is going to be playing, Samster and Dev do still answer as though you're playing in the lobby, because you are playing in the lobby game, and in the event the scores are tied, it's the lobby that is going to break that tie, your lobby score over there. So Mark, I don't know if you've played this before, but if not, once you've potted one, the bot will ping you back, and you need to whisper a number from 2 to 7 to select your colour. Those categories are shuffled after every attempted colour, so it won't always be the same. A lot of time people just like to go for 7 every time to get the maximum points. It depends if you want a particularly strong category. Up to you. A lot worse than a few. This is very true, Derek Agony. I don't want to stray too close to it because, let's not go there. Right, Mark, I would ask you to make your break, please. There you go. So, fingers on buzzers, everyone in the lobby, and Samson and Dev, but most importantly, Mark, good luck. 90 seconds to spot as many balls as you can. Your time will start when you next strike the cue ball, which is in 3, 2, 1, play. The Italian good luck phrase in bocca al lupo translates to in the mouth of what animal? Misread. Let's have another. The Moons of Uranus are named after characters and works of Shakespeare and which other author? Got to whisper it. You've got to whisper something, Mark. Only whispering an answer will pass it. It won't pass automatically. You've got to whisper something to the bot. If you're not sure, just take a guess. Misread. In what language does the suffix stan mean country? Misread. How many sides does a pentadecagon have? There's a red potted. Pick a colour. 2 to 7. Going 6 people. Which entrepreneur created the ZX line of home computers in the early 1980s? There's Pink Potted. On a piano, how many keys make up one entire octave? And that's time up. Mark scores 7. Yeah, I was actually saying, Nithers, that's the closest we could get to pink in emoji. Could turn it down just a bit, could you? Sorry, babe. Yeah, that's the best we get. Also, welcome Mithers and Ash to the stream. Yeah, a bit tricky there, Mark. Taking a bit of time to get through them there. But yeah, it's not a passing game. It's all automated at that point. So if you don't know, just whisper anything to pass the question, and it'll act as a miss. No answers are no longer 5 or fewer in this one. So let's check out the answers. The Italian good luck phrase in bocca al lupo translates to the mouth of the wolf. Mouth of wolf. The moons of Uranus are named after characters and works of Shakespeare. And which other author? That's Pope. Pope is what we're after there. In what language does the suffix stan mean country? That is Persian. Persian. How many sides does a pentadecagon have? It's got 15. Which entrepreneur created the ZX line of home computers in the early 1980s? It was Sir Clive Sinclair. Sinclair would have been enough. On a piano, how many keys make up one entire octave? That is 12. So, Mark scoring 7. Samson, you score more than 7, you're guaranteed into the final. Over in the lobby, Cola now on top with 21. Innocent second with 20. Derek 2, Quizzle on 18. Oni Lupine on 17. Samson on 16. Calibrated Division and Shapes on 15. We'll just do the top 10 for now. So, Samson, we'll ask you to make your break, and I think that means you're done. And I press the button. 90 seconds, Samson, the very best of luck, and your time will start the next time you strike the cue ball in 3, 2, 1. In computing, what colour would be represented by the Miss Red? The De Beers Corporation specialises in which expensive items? There's a red gone. Pick a category. Screen for 7. Who played the little girl Gertie in the film E.T. the Extraterrestrial? That's the Black Potted. A letter that requires the recipient to post it on to others, often demanding cash, is known as what sort of letter? Miss Red. Which word can come before puff, keg and room to make 3 well-known phrases? There's a red down. Pick another one. For Screen for 7, in which 1993 film did Meg Ryan star as a woman who finds her perfect partner after listening to a radio talk show? Miss Black. What is the only drinkable member of the NATO phonetic alphabet? There's a red down. Pick another. Music for 7. Which Irish singer made her acting debut in the 2002 film The Time Machine? ...30 seconds. Miss Black. Numerically, how many is 1 gross? There's a red down. You're up to 11. Guaranteed in the final now. Another screen question for 7. Mira Sayal and Sanjeev Bhaskar starred in which 19... Miss Black. A passenger in a car who bombards the driver with unasked for instructions is known as a what driver? 10 seconds. There's a red down. Time for this if you're quick. Music for 5. In which country was the rumba flamenco group the Gypsy Kings formed Miss Blue? In which Shakespeare play is the line, but soft what light through yonder window breaks? Miss Red, and that's time up. Samster scores 12. Not too bad, Samster. 12 points, getting yourself into the final. Let's just take a look at the lobby. Toot with a strong lead. Toot has won 5 gold medals out of 5 games of this. 58 points. Can anyone take it off? And we'll find out. Innes on second with 48. Derek 46. Oni Quizzle on 43. Shapes on 42. Cola on 40. Calibrated Vision on 36. Mark on 33. Big Man Aaron on 32. Let's check out the answers to Samster's questions there. The hexadecimal code in computing, that would be cyan. C-Y-A-N. The De Beers Corporation specialises in which expensive items? That is diamonds. Diamonds. Who played the little girl Gertie in the film E.T. the Extraterrestrial? It was Drew Barrymore. Barrymore would have sufficed there. A letter that requires the recipient to post it on to others demanding cash is known as a chain letter. Chain is what we wanted. Which word can come before puff, keg and room to make 3 well-known phrases? It's powder, powder puff, powder keg, powder room. Then for a screen question, Black. In which 1993 film did Meg Ryan was Sleepless in Seattle? As you think you got after the fact. The only drinkable member of the NATO phonetic alphabet is, of course, whiskey. And then we got another music question. Which Irish singer made her acting debut in the 2002 film The Time Machine? That was Samantha Mumba. Numerically, how many is 1 gross? It's the number of points. The number of points you've got times the number of points you've got. 144. Mira Sayal and Sanjeev Bhaskar starred in which 1990s British Scouts? Goodness gracious me was the answer. A passenger in a car who bombards a driver with unasked for instructions known as a backseat driver. Backseat is what we needed there. In which country was the rumba flamenco group the Gypsy Kings formed in 1978? It was France, believe it or not. Not as you would have thought, Spain or Portugal. In which Shakespeare plays the line, but software light through yonder window breaks. It is Romeo and Juliet. Not bad, Samster. 12 points. It does guarantee you into the final. But whether or not you are going to be there with Mark or with Dev remains to be seen. Dev, you know the drill by now. You've seen it 3 times. Who's actually ahead at the moment? Mark, I think, is in the lead in terms of lobby play. Mark on 33. Samster on 28. And Dev on 18. But that lobby game does not count for the hot seat unless we get to a tie. There is one more round. So let's just scroll back up, just to give you a chance to see yourselves down there. Just a quick glance. As we go into our final hot seat player for round number 2. Dev, very best of luck, and your time will start the next time you strike the cue ball, which will be in 3, 2, 1. The compound commonly known as dry ice has what chemical name? Misread. The characters Franklin, Pigpen and Peppermint Patty appear in a cartoon strip with which famous dog? That's a red down. Pick a colour. Go for music for 7. Who had a hit single in 2020 with Blinding Lights? That's up to 8. You're in the final. Which Bering Strait Islands are also known as Tomorrow Island? Misread. The word yogurt comes from which language? Misread. What is the main unit of currency used in Turkey? As a red down. Pick a colour. Screen for 7. In the 1990s TV Miss Black, a thermometer that uses several small glass bowls of varying density in a clear liquid is named after which Italian polymath? Misread. Who wrote the novel The 39 Steps? Misread. If you are instructed to formally complete a task, you might be told to dot your I's and cross your what? There's a red down. Pick a colour. People for 7. The writer and presenter Lucinda Lampton specialises in which subject area? 20 seconds. And that's the lead. 17. How was the 2016 Japanese animation Kimi no Na wa misread? On the Welsh flag, the 2 equal sections behind the red dragon are white and which other colour? Misread. Enamel, pulp and dentine are all parts of which structures? That's a red down. Pick a colour. Time for this. People. Which 17th century English scientist discovered that... Dev scores 18! Good game, Dev. Good game, and you're into the final, and you're into the final in the lead with 18 points. Very well played indeed. Got a lot better with those questions. Pruggs raises a really good point, actually, that I just saw in the chat. I'm just going to add to my internal issue, my issues arising here. Add command to see score. Also, I need to add Dev to the buzz-off credits because I omitted him last time, and it's like... Yeah, Dev, it's entirely your system in Buzz-Off, the buzzer system, and I completely forgot to put you in the credits, which is shameful of me, but that's on the to-do list to do before we play Buzz-Off again. Add command to see score. Add command to see scores. No, if you know, you don't know it, Dev. Quick pass is sensible. Let's take a look at those answers then. Compound commonly known as dry ice has what chemical name? It's carbon dioxide. Remember, the lobby can still answer even after the question's gone. Characters Franklin, Pigpen and Peppermint Patty all appeared with the dog Snoopy. Music question, who had a hit single in 2020 with Blinding Lights? That was The Weeknd. Ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd. That one. Which Bering Strait Islands are also known as Tomorrow Island and Yesterday Islands as Diomede, or the Diomedes. The word yogurt comes from which language? It's Turkish. What is the main unit of currency used in Turkey? It is the lira. In the 1990s TV sitcom Dinner Ladies, which actress played the character Bren? It was Victoria Wood, the late great Victoria Wood. A thermometer that uses several small glass bulbs of varying density was Galileo Galilei. Well, he wasn't the thermometer, but he was the one who found it. Who wrote the novel The 39 Steps? That was John Buchan. If you're instructed to formally complete a task, you might be told to dot your I's and cross your T's. T's, what we're after there. The writer and presenter Lucinda Lampton specialises in which subject? It's architecture. You got that one, Dev, so well played. How was the 2016 Japanese animation Kimi no Na wa? That was better known as Your Name. On the Welsh flag, the 2 equal sections behind the red dragon are white and green. White and green over behind a red dragon. Enamel, pulp and dentine are all parts of which structures are all part of the teeth.
And then I think we had one more. Which 17th century English scientist discovered that white light is comprised of a spectrum? That was Sir Isaac Newton. That is the end of the round. Mark, valiant effort, but 7 points not enough to get through. It does mean Dev and Samps will be going through. Mark, you can continue answering in the lobby, and remember you get points equals pennies in this game, so Mark up to 40 so far. I may increase the rate. No, I like the rate. The rate is fine. Toot in the lead with 86. Only second with 65. Quizzle in third with 64. Innocent Shapes on 63. Derek 61. Calibrated Vision 48. Samster also 48. Cola and Tipster 47. Claire and Riff on 45. Jogging Chum and Zeus on 44. Lupine 42. Big Man Aaron and Mark on 40. Free Ruckus on 39. Prugs on 38. Adster and Dev on 36. Natter on 34. It's Otley 31. AB Me 29. Topper 28. Energia and Tabstop 27. Ifrontree 26. Dogfish 23. Anisep 20. Jerry 19. Milklike 18. SM Midi 17. J White 16. David's 15. Sparrow on 13. Connor on 12. Kira on 12. Puzzle Dan 11. Clive on 10. Maxio 8. And Tech Freak Gaming on 5. Those are the lobby scores as we go into the final round. It could all still change. Let's go to round 3. Right. Round 3 then is make or break, and it's Dev versus Samster for that elusive place on the leaderboard, and these are the points that count. Everything up until now has been reset, so your leaderboard points start counting from here, Dev and Samster, and of course gold, silver and bronze available over in that lobby game too. Good luck to you both. I'll let me explain how round 3 make or break works. Round 3 is called make or break. The 2 remaining hot seat players must earn as many points as possible before the table is cleared. Answers should be whispered to Persephone's Twitchbot. The player who scored highest in the previous round starts in control of the table. They'll be shown a potluck question worth 1 point. If they answer correctly within 10 seconds, they get to choose a colour to pot by whispering a number from 2 to 7 to the bot. If potted, this colour will be replaced. As before, categories are shuffled after each attempted colour. Play alternates between reds and colours until no reds remain on the table, after which the colours are cleared in the traditional snooper order. If the controlling player gets a question wrong at any point, control of the table passes to their opponent. If both players miss the same red or one of the final colours, that ball is removed from the table. Lobby players may only attempt the currently displayed question. The rival hot seat player may answer along as though they are playing in the lobby game. Play continues until the table has been cleared, with the highest scoring player being declared the winner. In the event of a tie, the black is respotted and replayed until somebody pots it. Good luck. Okay, so the one correction, and this was some feedback from last time, the time has increased from 10 to 12, which means I'm going to need to re-record that at some point, because it's, I could just overdub it somehow. I'll figure that out anyway. I might just be able to re-record that one line. But yeah, 12 seconds. I will add, I haven't tested this, but it was an inspector change rather than a code change. I just had to change one number from a 10 to a 12. And if I've done the base coding well enough, then it should just reset. It might break. It might go wrong. It might be 10 seconds and stop at 2. It might go on beyond 0. I really hope it doesn't. Overdub it by shouting 12. I'm very tempted to do that, Oni. One other thing, Oni and Jay White, apologies, but I haven't added you to the credits list. There was just too many things to do today. This is one of the things that got away from me. So huge apologies. I will make sure I correct that for next time. And of course, please, everyone else, do feel free to send in questions to this game too. Right, Samster stop posting links, apparently. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there in the chat. Banster, we should call you. So, Dev, as the highest scoring player, you get to break first. I'd ask you to make your break. 75 remaining. Remember, if you both miss the same red or you both miss one of the final colours, it's permanently removed from the table, but it's got to go red colour, red colour, red colour. John Virgo's cameo. I don't know if I got that sort of pull. We'll have to see. Also, I don't know if I fixed the thing here where it says how many ahead you are and whatnot, if I have to manually condone, because I couldn't find it amongst the code earlier on. But hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. We will find out. Current question, current answers. Let me just expand that so I can see them. Dev, very best of luck. 12 seconds. And Lobby, you can only answer the currently displayed question. Good luck. Dev, here is your first question for 1 point. What is the 4th book of the Bible? It's Numbers. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Job is not the right answer. That comes much later. I'm afraid that's misread. Samson, you've got control of the table. Here's another potluck question for you. And I'm nice to see the timer is working. Good luck. Which English rock band does the Fab Four pay tribute to? Answer is the Beatles, or Beatles. Both are fine. The Beatles is what Samster said, and that's going to be your first point. There's a red gone. Pick a colour. Those categories should now, before there was a bug where it wouldn't shuffle after every question, I think if you missed a colour, I don't think it shuffled, and it should do now. Blue question on music for 5. Samster, have a look at this. Who was the lead singer of Big Brother and The Holding Company, who had a hit with Piece of My Heart in 1968? That was Janis Joplin. And Samson's not getting an answer in there, so that is Miss Blue. Hopefully these will shuffle. Yes, they do. Excellent. Glad my coding's working. Miss Blue, Dev, you're back in control of the table for another red question. Take a look. What L is the name given to herb-flavoured, spirit-based drinks such as Benedictine, Chartreuse and Cointreau? Liqueur. There was only one answer there. And Dev has spelt it right. Very well done. I see a few people putting liquor and liqueurs spelled incorrectly. Some of them have got through the spell checker. Others hadn't. Liquor did not. But that is something slightly different. I think it's sort of the American word for sort of any spirit. But those are specifically liqueurs. Yeah, so I wrote this for something earlier on that you'll see in... I was writing for... that is the question, which we're going to play after Big Break in a few minutes' time. And even with a spell checker, I still managed to spell it wrong. Liqueur. Yeah, maybe. But Dev, that is the right answer, so that is 1 point. Still in control of the table. You pick a colour for us. Pick a colour. What would you like? People, black. Black ball for 7 points on people. 0 ahead, 66 remaining. Here's your question, Dev. On which country was Beatrix the most recent queen? I think that should probably be of which country. Apologies. The answer was the Netherlands. Oh, Dev going for the other Fenno-Scandian country of Denmark. No, that is not the right answer, I'm afraid. That is Miss Black. Samson, you got control of the table. 4 reds remaining. And it's 1 apiece. Have a look at this. The section of a waste pipe under a sink that is bent double to create an air trap is what sort of bend? U. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to flag U-bend as the correct answer, though it is correct. I should condone it, which means it might screw up with the things. If you said U-bend in chat, I'm sorry, it's going to mark that as wrong. I spotted that at the last minute, so apologies for that. That's my bad. But Sam, so I am going to condone that for you, and it will probably... screw up the ahead and remaining. We'll find out in a minute, but pick a colour for now. Apologies. Bend was in the... I think bend was in the question, so it didn't automatically put it in the answer. Sorry. Going for screen for 6 points, Samster. You are in the lead. This is to go even further ahead. How dare you? Yeah, I know. I'm ashamed. Samster, take a look at this. On which street number does a miracle occur at in the 1947 Christmas comedy? And that's another one. And actually, I did add some variations to this. Oh, I'm really sorry, Lobby. That's 2 questions in a row where actually there was, a lot of you have put the right answer and it's not been condoned. 34 and then 34 in words, but I've forgotten to put the ordinal afterwards. Yeah, I kind of didn't. I kind of forgot. Sorry. Oh, that's really obnoxious of me. I'm really sorry about that. I must be more thorough because I think these questions don't go through proofing because they're database. I tend not to put them through proofers, so that's my bad. Maybe I will start asking proofers to look at these as well before going in. That's probably a good thing. If that's 2 consecutive questions where I've missed off, it's not that the questions are wrong. I just missed off an alternate, and that's always a problem when it's not multiple choice. Apologies again, Samster. I am going to condone that. 34th is the right answer, and you've taken an even bigger lead, 8-1, and it's back to a pot luck question. Is it calculating it correct? You're certainly 7 ahead. Are there 51 remaining? 8, 16, 24, 26, 29, 33, 39. 45, 52 ish. It's ish. It's sort of right. Let's find out. Here's another red question for you. Which US state was the least populated in the 2019 census? There's definitively only one answer to this. And it's Wyoming. Samster said Wyoming. Absolutely right. Well played. The red pocket, pick a colour.
places. 7 points. The black ball. Take a look at this. What is the name of Hong Kong's main urban area? Kowloon. Samson not getting an answer in. That is Miss Black, and control of the table is going to go back to Dev. Dev, 2 reds remaining. Apparently 8 behind. Apparently 43 remaining. I'm not quite sure if that's true. 27 plus 16, which is 43. It is right for now, so I'll just ignore that because that is correct. Dev, another red question. Take a look. Which ancient conqueror's byname means Scourge of God in Latin? This one did have variants, either Attila or Attila the Hun. Dev, unfortunately, not getting an answer in, so that is misread. Samster, control of the table passes back to you. Take a look. What type of poisonous serpent is used by snake charmers because it rears up when in a defensive posture? It's a cobra. Cobra was the answer. Samson not getting an answer, so that is misread, and we will lose that red from the table. Control passes back to Dev. Still trails. Samson on 9, Dev on 1. Here's another red question. Which Mediterranean seafood stew takes its name from the French word for boil? Bouillabaisse, or however you pronounce it. Dev not getting an answer into that one, so that is misread. Control passing back to Samson now, as the potential on the table diminishes. Another potluck question, take a look at this. In the world of money, the abbreviation EFT stands for Electronic Funds what? It's transfer, electronic funds transfer. That's what Samson said. There goes that red. Maybe you don't have to go for yellow. You've got to pot a colour before it will then automatically start going to yellow. The categories should no longer shuffle after this one. Pink question, music for 6 points. Take a look. David Bowie released a trilogy of albums in the late 70s named after which European city? Answer was Berlin. That's what Samson said. That is going to be 6 points. Still in control of the table. There are not 28 remaining. That is an off by 1 error there. There are 27 remaining, 15 ahead, and we're going through them one at a time. These categories will no longer shuffle. So, yellow on screen. Samson, take a look at this. In the Bond films, who played Q's replacement R? Was John Cleese. John Cleese did. Not Ray Fiennes. Ray Fiennes went on to play M after replacing Judi Dench after Skyfall. So that is Miss Yellow. Dave, you've got control of the table back. You're 15 behind. There are 27 remaining. Ignore the off by 1 error. Another question on screen. Have a look. The book series that the TV series Game of Thrones is based on is titled A Song of What? It's a Song of Ice and Fire. Could have spelt it with an ampersand. Ice and Fire is the right answer. That's 2 points. Onto the green on sports then. Dev, 13 behind, 25, I assume? Yeah, 25 remaining. Take a look. In Olympic athletics, what is the shortest men's track event for men run over hurdles? $110 meters hurdles. There were a lot of variations on there. 110 meters hurdles, 100 meter hurdles, 110 meter hurdles, 110 meter hurdles. Meter spelt in different ways as well. 200 meters though, Dev, is not the right answer, so that is Miss Green. Samster, sports question for you and a chance to go even further ahead. Take a look at this. Just gave me a stroke. In which year was the first FIFA World Cup? It was in 1930. It was in Uruguay, and it was won by Uruguay. And Samster saying 1930, that is the right answer. Green goes down, you're up to 19.
On to the brown then. 4 points on this question about people. 16 ahead, 23 remaining. I think that's 22 remaining, actually. So if you get this, this is for the match, Samster. And then after that, you're playing for high scores. Good luck. Take a look at this. Which Prime Minister has served the shortest term since the Second World War? Sir Alec Douglas Home. Douglas Home. 'Twas not Theresa May. Theresa May, she wasn't that short. When did she come in? 2016. When did she go? 2019. So 3 years was Theresa May. So Alec Douglas Home was a lot shorter than that. I think it was under a year. Someone will tell me in the chat in a minute. Unfortunately, Samson, that is Miss Brown. So Dev, a chance to stay in the game here. Another question for 4 points on people. Take a look. In which modern-day country was the Nobel Prize-winning author Nadine Gordimer born? Or Gordimer. South Africa was the answer, and Dev said Germany. No, I'm afraid that's not the right answer. That's Miss Brown. We lose the Brown from the table. Samster goes back in control. 16 ahead, 18 remaining. I really need to find that off by one error. 13 plus 5, yeah, 18. Don't know where it's coming from, but 16 ahead, 18 remaining. This is definitely for the match if you can pot this, Samster. A blue question on past for 5 points. Have a look. In which decade did the first performance of Arthur Miller's play The Crucible take place? (1950s). It does ask for a decade, so I don't feel quite so bad about the fact it's not allowed 1950. Because it did ask for a decade. Decades conventionally end with an S, so 1950s, which is what Samster says to take the match. Very well played. Now looking for a place on the leaderboard. Let's just take a look and see what the leaderboard standings are at the moment for this game. Big Break medal table, not the medal table, that's for the lobby game we'll look at in just a moment. Big Break leaderboard, Oni on 31, Adster on 29, Shapes 27, Clive 23, Jogging Chum 15. So at the moment you're sitting in 4th place, but you've got 2 balls to go. You could go into the top with 37 if you can pot both of these. Best of luck. A pink question, it's on music. You did go to music quite a lot earlier on. Let's see if it's fortuitous for you now. Good luck. Which rock band released their final studio album, Made in Heaven, in 1995? It was Queen, from where we get Freddie Mercury from. That is what you said. Very well played. That's a pink down. You're second on the leaderboard. Pot the black, and you take the top spot. Best of luck on this black question on places. In which city in northwest England is the prison formerly known as Strangeways? It's in Manchester. Did you get it? You've gone the other way. You've gone for Liverpool. No, I'm afraid that's wrong. That is Miss Black. You are denied the top spot on the leaderboard. But Dev, with a chance to get some consolation points here by denying Sam to the black, of course, will miss the black anyway because there'll have been 2 misses even if Dev gets it wrong. So Sam will have to settle for second on the leaderboard for now. Dev, for a chance at some redemption here, another question on places. Take a look. Which of New York's 5 boroughs is the most populated? Brooklyn. Brooklyn is the answer we're after. Congratulations, Samsta, is what Dev went for. Also the wrong answer, I'm afraid. So that is Miss Black. And that's game over. So you get a groan with applause at the same time. Very well played, Samsa, winning the hot seat game, going on to the leaderboard with 30 points. Let's take a look at our final scores in the lobby. 42 players, Tech Freak finishing on 5, Clive on 10, Max Show 11, Puzzle Dan 13, Kira and Milklike on 18, Connor on 19, SM Midi 25, David 26, J-Wright 27, Anasep on 29, Sparrowcast on 30, Natter 37, Jerry 41, Dogfish 44, Effrontery 45, Topper 46, Dev 47, Adster 52, Tabstop 56, AB Me 57, Energia on 60, Calibrated Vision on 61 into the top 20 now. Prugs on 63, it's Otley on 66, Riff on 32, Tipster and Cola both on 73, Mark on 74, Free Ruckus on 77, Claire on 84 along with Big Man Aaron. Into the top 10 then, Lupine with 87, Samster with 91, Jogging Chum 93, Zeus 96, Shapes 111, Derek 112, Innis 115, third place bronze medal going to Oni with 122, Quizzle takes the silver with 125, but for the 6th time in a row, our winner with 151 points is now cut that out. Very, very well played. Toot, you're going to get another gold medal. Let's find one for you. What are we playing? Big Break. Big Break gold. That goes to now cut that out. Now cut that out. Award medal. Big Break gold. Yay. Quizzle 83 wants a Big Break silver. Big Break silver. Quizzle, where are you, Quizzle? Quizzle 83, Big Break silver, award medal, and Oni 91 _ 573 getting the Big Break bronze. Where are you, Oni? Probably under O. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Oni 91 _ 573, Big Break bronze, award medal. And of course, Big Break hot seat is going to go to Samster. Samster finishing on 30. You don't get those extra. That's not an extra 30 pennies, Samster. But it will be your place on the leaderboard. 30. Samster, Big Break hot seat, award medal. Big Break leaderboard position added for Samster. Great. Hopefully that will all work, and that will be updated on the leaderboard as soon as the stream finishes and I push the data up. So if you want to write questions for that, they are bank questions, and you don't have to write an entire bank. That each category has a sort of a limit of 10. So if you just want to write, a few for each round, just so that they're in there, that'd be really helpful. Because at the moment they are largely comprised of questions from 2 members of the community, plus a few left over from the Face-Off database. So do get some questions right. It'd be really good to have some more stuff in there. And apologies for the errors. To say it wasn't just as outrageous as just it being out and out wrong, but there were valid answers that should have been condonable that I can only condone in the hot seat that I wasn't able to condone in the lobby game, so apologies for that. For every point that you've got in this game, you will be given a penny, which should be added as soon as the credits roll, and I refresh the app, which I'll do in a minute. Take 10 more pennies. Yeah, why not? Take 10 more pennies. Then, after the break, we are going to be playing That Is the Question. It was a brand new game. It aired for the first time on Saturday. It's since undergone a couple of changes. Timings are slightly different. And also there's a new round. Round 2 is brand new. So that's very exciting. It's, again, a self-runner game. It takes 24 minutes, so we're not going to be too late past the finish time of 10. Yes, tit queue time. There's lobby capacity of 40 for this game, so just sort of taking note of the fact we've got over 40 here. Do race to get in, because at the moment it's only 40. If that proves to be a problem long term, and there are people getting left out, it's because it was originally going to be a warm-up game, and then I've sort of changed my mind. Yes, tit queue. Oh, David, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I didn't see you crop up earlier on. Also, Quizface, Shadowmane, Brand New Halo, and Lingo Maniac. I see you joining the chat. Welcome to you as well. You're waiting outside a very popular topless bar, tit queue. Quite right, Derek. But yes, David only played the sort of test version of this with Ash pre-pilot last Thursday or Friday. I think Thursday possibly. So yeah, David, if you want to jump into the sort of the actual thing, be very curious for your feedback. Like I say, it's a game still in very early stages, so there might be things that go wrong. But as it's a self-running game, and I've run it through twice with the new question pack, so it should be fine. Look like all the bugs are out. But any feedback and suggestions on balancing of it, there's a few changes to points and things. Would be grateful to hear from you. It's all multiple choice as well, so Persephone's Twitch bot and the letters A through E is all you need. That's enough time on that bonus right there. 39 players grabbing 10 pennies there. So all the points you've accumulated in this game will be added to your penny total, so very well played. I'll go to another ad break. I'm going to grab another cider, and then I'll be back for the final game of the night. That is the question in just a few short minutes. Congrats to Samster on winning the lobby game. Sorry, the hot seat game. Congrats to Toot on winning the lobby game. You've been playing Big Break. Say goodnight, Mrs. Flush.
Good night, Mrs. Flush.
It's not actually good night. We'll be back in a minute. And I'll say goodnight to you as well from Big Break. But stay tuned, because after the break, that is the question. We'll find out. Stay there. Enjoy the adverts. I'll be back in a sec.
It's only a game, so put up a real good fight. I'm gonna be snookering you tonight. I'm famed for my aim, so you better believe I'm right. I'm gonna be snookering you tonight.
Nice to see the penny counter is working. I have refreshed the app. That should now be up to date. And apologies again to the question writers that I have not yet managed to update you onto the credits. I will make sure that happens ASAP. Stay tuned, because right after the break we are going to play That Is The Question, brand new game from Persephone's chair. Sit tight and we'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to the third and final part of game night this Tuesday evening, where it's time. That is the question. Question 78 for 10 bonus pennies. If you would like them, I'm giving them out quite a lot at the moment. It's part of this new policy that should be easier to come by. Following discussions had in the Discord server, which you all can come and join right there if you'd like to. That is the question. Brand new question pack written for this. And I wrote it this morning. I got an idea for one of the questions last night, or one of the boards, I suppose, last night. And then I wrote the question pack this morning. It took me, just for any question writers out there who are curious, the best part of 3 hours, I think, three and a half hours, maybe something like that, to write the entire game. So it is a substantial write for writers, and which is why it's got the 100 penny price tag, even though it's a relatively short game. The whole game now clocks in around about 24 minutes, so imagine a similar length to Outright, if you're familiar with that, over on Ash's channel. It's going to turn the volume up just a little bit. There we go. So yes, if you're familiar with that, similar sort of length to that. Let's stop that bonus right there. 37 players grabbing a penny. Is it not yet, it's certainly no. I didn't write it in, and that was because I wasn't quite sure it was finished. And then I spent yesterday writing the new round, and then today fixing bugs, writing questions, ironing out little bits. So the tool will be being updated probably this week. to be honest. As it's a new game, it's not gone in the schedule, so it will crop up from time to time, especially if it proves to be quite popular. I really like it. I think it feels quite fun to play, but I'm aware I haven't actually played it myself. If you would like to play this particular edition of That Is the Question, and I see some things coming up. I forgot to do the Alan Rickman voice, so I'll try and do that at some point on at least one question. There's a Show Me the Doggo come in from Samson. Have we got a doggo?
Oh, yeah, I can go and get a doggo.
We haven't got a cat, I know that. We did have one earlier on, but I don't think I've seen Matt tonight, so we won't cash in the cat penny. Let's just go to Just Cam a minute, just before we open the lobby.
Oh, do you want to move out the way, love?
I will move out the way, we'll do some doggy tricks.
Do some doggy fun for doggies. Make sure everyone can see it. Heidi, come here.
No one going off
Heidi,
now.
come. No, I'm not getting. You're not coughing up, and I'm not a show pet. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Heidi, come here. Heidi, come. Touch. Heidi, touch. Good girl. Touch.
I'm too tired, it's
Touch.
too late
Good
to do
girl.
tricks. She's not
She's
quite
being
on the
very-
camera yet.
She's not quite on the camera.
No, just her head is, you need to pick her up a bit.
Oh, I can't pick her up. She hates being picked up. Heidi, come here.
But that's what the people have paid for.
It's fine. We'll do
There
it
we go.
anyway.
I'll
There's a
tilt the
doggo.
camera down.
Good girl. You don't like being on camera, do you, sweetheart? I'm shy. I'm camera shy. Not had enough time in hair and in makeup. Good girl. Touch. Good girl. Touch. Good girl.
She's doing tricks.
She is. She's very
Let me
clever.
move the mic up as well.
Money. Go find it. Money. Go find it. Good girl.
We'll wrap up the dog show then.
Hang on. Money. Go
One more.
find it. Good girl. Well done. Well done. Money. Money. Come here. Middle. Middle. Good. Good girl. Oh, you're tired, aren't you, baby?
Yeah, she went on a big walk just before stream. There we go. Thank you, Mrs. Flush.
Tired dingo dongo.
Right. There we go. Doggo duty's done, and I think that's well and truly cashed in for you there, Samster. So let's mark that as complete. Connor wants some pennies as well. I'll be happy to oblige in just a moment. But let's go back to the game, which is what we're here for. If you want to play That Is the Question, you need to enter the lobby code now. CJTB. CJTB. Again, this has got penny integration. You get 3 times, whatever points you got. If you've got a positive score, so 1 or more, you get 3 times the number of points you get in pennies. I think the maximum score is something like 54 in this game. The most number of pennies you can get here would be 112. Blimey, that filled up fast. 2 spots left if you like them. 1 spot left if you'd like them. I'm going to add on... oh, excuse me, a bit of hiccups now. Connor... requested some... there we go, we're filled. Blimey, that filled up fast. Connor requested 200 pennies, so Connor, 200 pennies, award pennies. There we go, Connor. Cash in 200 pennies. Mark as complete. Well, it's good spending of micro pennies. Right, we're filled. Full boat. That's twice in a row we played this game, and twice in a row we've had a full boat. So I don't know if that's a sign that I need to actually make the lobby slightly bigger. Oh, David's cashing in some pennies now as well. Okay, let me do that very quickly, and then I won't do any more penny additions until after the game has concluded. Like I say, the game is all multiple choice, and it's auto running, so once it starts, I can't stop it. 200 pennies, Digital David, there you go. Right, let's cash that one in from Digital David. The rest I'll do after the game. Shadowmane, I see that 500 pennies coming. I will do that after the stream, and I'll try and do the Alan Rickman voice at some point. Right, all instructions are going to be explained on screen. I've added a little bit more buffer time in between the questions and in between the rounds, so you've got a bit of breathing room because they're quite intense and there's quite a lot to read in between every question. And there is a new round that you're going to need to process as well. But gold, silver, and bronze medals are implemented. And the app is fixed. There was a bug in the app that I've now fixed. And 3 times your points times by 3 gives you that many pennies. Good luck to all 40 of you. Let's play That Is the Question. Round 1 then. You will be shown an answer and 3 questions. Fixed time again, it's a little longer than 20 minutes. Yeah, that's a bit. An answer and 3 questions. Select the question that fits the answer by whispering A, B or C to Persephone's Twitch bot. Correct answer will earn you 1 point. An incorrect answer will cost you 1 point. There is no penalty for abstention. There are 5 boards in the round, and you've got 10 seconds for each of them. It is very different from Outright, though I do recognise the similarities. 4 rounds, auto running, 20-ish minutes, yeah. And just to clarify, this pack has been written by me. 10 seconds for each question, A, B or C. Whisper to the bot and keep your eye on the chat, because as we always say, chat is king. Let's begin. Okay, the answer is Jane Austen. What is the question? Who wrote Little Dorrit? Who wrote Lady Susan? Don't answer until the bot prompts you to. Who wrote Wuthering Heights? I've just seen some things come up on the app. Now you can answer. Sorry, I just had some things come up on the console that said it wouldn't have been processed. Remember, -1 for a wrong answer. Question is B, who wrote Lady Susan? So the little box that pops out shows you how many you got for that particular question. The other two, Little Dorrit was by Dickens, Wuthering Heights was by one of the Bronte sisters. On we go, board number 2. The answer is the Labour Party. What is the question? The only person to hold all 4 great offices of state represented which party? Which party had the second highest vote share at the 2005 UK general election? And Sir Ed Davey is the current leader of which party? Answering now. There's your time up. The question was A, the only person to hold all 4 great offices of state represented the Labour Party was James Callaghan. Second highest vote share in the 2005 election was the Tories, and the current Ed Davey's the current leader of the Liberal Democrats. Quite a few players on 2 so far. Board number 3, the answer is Hungary. What is the question? In which country would you find an astronomical clock attached to the old town hall of its capital city? The inventor of the Rubik's Cube comes from which country? If you asked a baker for cru, in which country would you be ordering bread? Answer now, A, B or C. Most people who played there getting the right answer. It's B, the Rubik's Cube. Cru is Croatian, I think, for bread, and the astronomical clock is in the Czech Republic. 36 players attempting it. On we go to board number 4. The answer is 105. What is the question? How many symphonies did Haydn write? Which 10 code signal is a shorthand for message received? What is the product of the 3 highest single-digit prime numbers? Answering now. Quite a bit more red up there. C was the question. The product for 3 highest single-digit prime numbers, 7 times 5 times 3 is 105. Haydn wrote 107 symphonies, and the message received shorthand is 10-4, not 10-5. The answer is Columbia for board 5. What is the question? Cockney is a light Pilsner-style beer made by which brewery? Which of the Ivy League schools was founded most recently? What is the name of Riff Raff's sister in the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Answering now. Got a number of abstentions there and a lot of wrong answers. Say, Cockney is a light Pilsner-style beer made by Columbia. Last Ivy League school, I think, was Cornell. Riff Raff's sister, I looked it up earlier on, but it wasn't Columbia. Columbia's a groupie in that particular show. At the end of that, Zeus, the only player to get 5 out of 5. Innocent, Riff, and Lupine all on 4. Connor's also on 3. A few other people I've seen on 3. Shapes, Dogfish, and Dev, and a few others. That only populates you in alphabetical order. Those are the scores. Let's move on to round number 2. This is the new round. You'll be shown 3 answers and 4 questions across 3 phases. Select the question that pairs with the answer for the current phase by whispering A, B, C, or D to Persephone's Twitch bot. Only the answer will change with each phase. The questions will persist throughout the board. One of the questions will not have a corresponding answer. Each correct answer will earn you 1 point, each incorrect answer will cost you 1 point. There is no penalty for abstention, and scores are not revealed, neither are answers, until the end of the 3rd phase. So if you put A for the first one, and you think you're right, it won't be A again, but you might change your mind when you see the remaining answers. But the questions persist. There's 3 boards in the round, and you have 10 seconds for each phase.
Good luck, here's the first board. The answer is Mozambique. What is the question? Asmara is the capital city of which country? Juba is the capital city of which country? Maputo is the capital city of which country? Windhoek is the capital city of which country? Answering now. This is phase 1. Phase complete. 28 players attempting that first phase. Let's go on to phase 2. The answer is Namibia. Answer now. Straight in. The questions do not change. .30 players attempting that one. Phase 3. The answer is South Sudan. Answering now. .32 attempting that one. Let's see how you fared. Green if you got all 3. Maputo's capital city of Mozambique. Windhoek is the capital city of Namibia. Yes, green if you got all 3, red if you got 0 or fewer, orange if you got 1 or 2. Juba is the capital city of South Sudan. On we go, board number 2. The answer is rum. What is the question? Noted for its green colour and aniseed flavour, which spirit is made using wormwood? Jameson is a brand of which spirit? Mother's Ruin is a name often given to which spirit? Tia Maria is a liqueur made using which spirit? Answering now. .33 attempting that one. That's the end of phase 1. Let's go to phase 2. The answer is gin. What is the question? Answering now. .35 attempting that one. Moving on to the final phase. The answer is whiskey. What is the question? .36 players. Let's see who played on which 3. We did have all 40 of you attempting it. Tia Maria is made using rum. Lots of green up there, a few oranges and a couple of reds as well. Mother's Ruin is given to is the name given to gin. And Jameson is a brand of whiskey. The other questions, green colour and aniseed flavour was absinthe, but that was inexplicably absent from the board. Final board for the round then. The answer is Henry VII. What is the question? Which English king married Eleanor of Aquitaine? Whose mother was Margaret Beaufort? Who was the 4th son of William the Conqueror? Which Shakespeare play consists of a single part? Answer now. End of phase 1, 24 players attempting that one. Let's move on to phase 2. The answer is Henry V. What is the question? .23 players attempting that one as we move into the final phase. What is the question? Sorry, the answer is Henry II. What is the question? .31 attempting that. How many players attempted at least one of the phases? Not everyone. 33. Henry VII's mother was Margaret Beaufort. A handful of people getting all 3. Very well played. Shakespeare playing a single part is Henry V. And the English king who married Eleanor of Aquitaine was Henry II. The 4th son of William the Conqueror was Henry I. That's the end of round 2. And yes, very much Keppel alert. I think it's Henry II. Well remembered there. Innes moves into the lead with 13. Derek and Toot both on 12. Dogfish and Mark both on 10. As is Shapes, as is Zeus, as is Quizzle. So a handful of people. Again, it just populates alphabetically there. Let's go on to round 3. Take a little breather. You've got 45 seconds. You'll be shown 5 questions. Select the 3 questions that have the same answer by whispering. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the feedback.
Any other feedback, do stick it into suggestions in the Discord. But I quite like that as well. Thank David for that idea. 3 of the questions have the same answer. Whisper a combination of A, B, C, D, or E to the bot. You may submit letters 1, 2, or 3 at a time. However, your letters must be distinct and submitted without spaces or syntax. So no spaces, no syntax, 1 at a time or all 3. You can't type more than 3. You may submit fewer than 3, however. Each correct answer will earn you 1 point. Incorrect answers will cost you a point, and again, no penalty for abstention. So if you get 2 right answers and 1 wrong answer, that balances out at 1. There are 5 boards in the round, and you've got 30 seconds now for each of them. You are not shown the answer. Questions. Which sock puppet partnered with Johnny Vegas's Al in a series of Naughty's digital TV adverts? Which animal appears between the goat or sheep and the rooster on the Chinese zodiac? The Appaloosa is a breed of which animal? Which George Michael single reached US #1 on the 27th of August 1988? And which word is London slang for £25? 30 seconds. 3 of those questions share an answer, 2 of them do not. The number flying up is the number of answers you have submitted so far. A, B, and D is what we're after. The after to those 3 was monkey. Monkey to all those questions. The Appaloosa is a breed of horse, and London slang for £25 is a pony. Well done to Toot, Zeus, and Quizzle finding all 3 there. 34 players attempting it. Let's go on to the second board. Again, 5 questions. 3 of them share an answer. The ruler over man is styled with which title? Which Tekken character wears a jaguar mask? What is the highest card value in Texas Hold'em poker? Which word appears in the title of an 1885 novel by H. Rider Haggard? Who was assassinated in 1968? What are the questions? Ten seconds. .36 players attempting. Again, only a handful of greens. B, D, and E were the correct answers. The highest card value in Texas Hold'em is an ace, and the ruler of Oman is styled with the title Sultan. All of the other answers were King. Martin Luther King, King, and King Solomon's Mines for those 3 answers there. And we go to board number 3. Complete this Basque Christmas carol title, The What King? Which Oscar-nominated 1995 film set on a farmyard is an adaptation of a 1983 Dick King-Smith novel? What was the lead single on Justin Bieber's debut album? In The Spice Girls, who was Emma Bunton? In Dirty Dancing, who won't be put in the corner? 3 of those questions share an answer, 2 of them do not. See lots of 3s popping up here. Brand new Halo to make it a full house. Possibly, possibly not. Dogfish just sneaking in one more answer. Lots of green going on there. C, D, and E. The answer was Baby. The Dick King-Smith novel was Babe. And the Basque Christmas carol was The Infant King. All the other answers were Baby. Board number 4. In the Bible, who was the doubter? Who is the island of Sodor's number 2 train? Found on the border of the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Uganda, what is one of the smallest Great African lakes? Which king succeeded Henry VIII? And before he was freed from the Matrix, what was Neo's first name? 3 of those questions share an answer, 2 do not. Answering now. Very kingly themed pack, I'm just realising now. Under 10 seconds now. Couple of players sitting this one out by the looks of it. Yeah, I thought there might be some danger there. Only 3 people getting all 3. B, C, and D, the answers were all Edward. Both of the other 2, the answers were Thomas. Thomas Anderson and Thomas the Doubter in the Bible, but the other 3 are all Edward. Bit of a tricky one there, if you could only figure out 2 of them. Bad luck, a few points being lost. Last board of the round. Which 1970 comedy film was written and directed by Robert Downey Sr.? What is the first move learned by Jigglypuff in Pokemon Generation 1? What currency is used in Syria? What unit of mass is equivalent to 6.53 kilograms? And how much flesh is demanded by Shylock in The Merchant of Venice? It may not have been demanded by Shylock. I forget my characters in The Merchant of Venice, and I didn't check that. That's my bad if that is wrong. But how much flesh? 3 of the questions share an answer. It should be shy. Thank you, too. Last couple of seconds. The answer was pound. A, C, and E were the correct answers. A unit of mass equivalent to 6.53 kilograms is a stone, and the first move learned by Jigglypuff is sing. The second move is pound. Well done if you got those. Only 2 going green on that one. That is the end of round number 3. Toot and Zeus tied at the top on 21 points apiece. Innocent Quizzle tied in second on 20. Derek is in third on 18. Just having a glance to see if anyone else is matching. No, it does look like those are the top 3 at the moment. As we go into the final round, you will be shown 9 question answer halves. 8 of the halves will pair up to make a total of 4 valid question answer combinations. Select the anomaly by whispering A, B, C, D, or E to Persephone's TwitchBot. The anomaly may be a question or an answer, but the ones you can answer will always be in the quincunx of the display. It's a good word David taught me the other day. The available points will start at 5 rather than 10 now, and reduce to 0, decreasing by 1 point every 9 seconds. A correct answer will earn you the current available point, an incorrect answer will cost you the current available points. Again, no penalty for abstention, but if you answer quickly and are wrong, you lose more points. So maybe give it some more time to think. You get fewer points if you're right, but you lose fewer points if you are wrong. 5 boards in the round now rather than 3, and only 45 seconds for each. Good luck. Board number 1. So it's an answer we're after. The questions are: Elton John's 7th studio album references which colour? The upper central Olympic ring is what colour? In the nursery rhyme, what colour are the bottles standing on the wall? The flag of Poland contains white and what other colour? Red, black, green, blue and yellow. One of those colours does not fit with any of those questions. Which one is it? Down to the last point. Minimal risk here if you wanted to take a guess. Blue was the correct answer there. Elton John's 7th studio album, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. The upper central Olympic ring is black. They're green bottles standing on the wall, and the flag of Poland is white and red. Yes, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road was the Elton John album there. Not, I guess that's why they call it the Blues. Board number 2. So we are after a question this time that does not fit with the answers. The answers: elephant, eagle, spider and jackal. Questions: the goddess Athena once turned somebody into which animal? Zeus condemned Prometheus to repeatedly have his liver torn out by which animal? The god Anubis has the head of which animal? Which animal is most prominent in the traditional depiction of the god Tauret? The god Ganesha traditionally takes the form of which animal? Gods and animals is a theme here. One of those questions does not fit with any of those answers. Good spot, Mithers. Thank you very much. Can you note that in the Discord and I'll correct that. Thank you for spotting that. I knew there'd be something. Time up. D was the answer we were after. Anubis has the head of a jackal. The goddess Athena once turned Arachne into a spider. The god Ganesha takes the form of an elephant, and Zeus condemned an eagle to peck out Prometheus's liver. The anomaly: which animal is most prominent in the traditional depiction of Tauret? The answer is a hippo. On we go, board number 3. We're after an answer this time. GTA Vice City, Max Payne, Sonic the Hedgehog, Bioshock Infinite, The Last of Us. Which video game features Joel Miller? Which video game features Booker DeWitt? Which video game features Vinny Gognitti? Which video game features Ivo Robotnik? What is the answer in this case? We need an answer from you. 3 points if you can get it right now. -3 if you get it wrong now. Top 5. Zeus currently, as of the end of the previous question, Zeus on 28, Toot 27, Quizzle 26, Derek 23, Claire 22. Still high stakes in this round, it could all change. A single point of risk available now. Answers A, GTA Vice City. Wow, only 3 people getting that, everyone else losing some points. Ivo Robotnik's in Sonic, Booker DeWitt is in Bioshock Infinite, Joel Miller is in The Last of Us, Vinny Gognitti is in Max Payne. Vinny Gognitti you might have confused with Tommy Vercetti, who is in Vice City, but not Vinny Gognitti. Similar sounding names. This is my favourite question, by the way, of the night. Answers are The Shape of Water, The Irishman, I, Daniel Blake, Roma, Bohemian Rhapsody. One of those does not fit with any of these questions. Which film won the Cannes Film Festival Palme d'Or Award? Which film won the BAFTA Award for Best Film? Which film won the Golden Globe Award for Best Motion Picture in the Drama category? Which film won the Academy Award for Best Picture? One of those answers does not fit with any of those questions. Match them up. 3 points available if you can do so now. 2 now. Not a bad strategy, Prigs. You can't get negative pennies in this game, though. You will only add pennies on if you get a positive score. Claire done a risk. Is it going to pay off for her? It's not. -3. The Irishman was the answer. It's never won any of them. Shape of Water won the Oscar. Roma won the BAFTA, Bohemian Rhapsody won the Golden Globe, and I, Daniel Blake, won the Cannes Film Festival Palme d'Or Award. The Irishman was nominated, I think, for all of them, apart from possibly the Cannes Film Festival one, but didn't win any of them. Final board and final question of the round. We're after a question. The answers are Mars, Saturn, Uranus, Mercury. Which question doesn't fit? Which planet is named after the Greek equivalent of the Roman god Chelus? Which planet has a mass 95 times that of the Earth? Galatea and Proteus are moons of which planet? Which planet has an orbit time of 87.97 Earth days? The largest volcano in our solar system, Olympus Mons, is found on which planet? One of those questions does not fit with any of the answers. You've got about 20 seconds. It's C, Galatea and Proteus are moons of which planet? That answer is Neptune, I think. 87.97 Earth days, that's Mercury. The Greek equivalent of Chelus is Uranus. Planet with a mass 95 times that of Earth is Saturn. And the largest volcano, Olympus Mons, is on Mars. That is the end of the game and the final scores. Toots our winner with 31, Quizzle and Zeus time for silver with 30, and Claire and In is time for bronze on 19. I'm going to do a quick scan to see if there's anyone else. Oni, also on 19, will get another joint bronze medal. So 1 gold, 2 silvers, and 3 bronze. And that was the question. Lost 10 points in the final round. Bad luck, Derek. Bad luck, bad luck. But GG. Yeah, big podium gap. Massive swings in this game. The one thing... apart from the little bug about it posting the wrong thing into the question, let me post some GGs to you. By the way, where are the GGs? I have multiple GGs. Yeah, I really think it could do with a live scoreboard. So I'm going to go back again and have a look to see if I can do my algorithm thing to make them change, but not make it really ugly where they're all moving across the screen, because that would not be fun. So I need to look again at the algorithm. It's the same one I use for red herrings and Cryptex and risky business. They use the same algorithm, but for some reason it didn't quite work for this, and I think it's because the population method for this lobby is slightly different, because all those games it populates in order, and the order they're compiled into the array, because there's only 40 physical lozenges at the moment, with 40 physical prefabs, so that's why we can't have more. And I think for that reason the algorithm got confused and scared and didn't want to work. So I'll have another look at it.
when I do that algorithm, can I share it with you? Of course, Topper. Give me a poke next time I'm in Unity. I'm more than happy to share it with you. It's a useful. It didn't take me that. I thought it would take me longer to write, but I wrote it originally for red herrings, and then realised I could probably use it for pretty much anything else. So it's used in Countdown and Risky Business and Cryptex, and will be used in this at some point. What else uses it? Bidding War uses it. Deciphered used it. Pyramid doesn't. Big Break doesn't use. Big Break does something slightly different. But yeah, either way, yeah, give me a shout and I'll let you have it. Last round, knowing 3 out of 4 questions, guessing a 50-50 wrong. How can that happen 5 times in a row? Oh, I'm sorry, Jogging. I'm sorry your brain's diametrically opposed to my question writing style. Tell you what, have some end of the night pennies. Hopefully that'll make up for it. Some moving lodges for elimination. Yeah, it's a relatively simple algorithm. It should be compatible with it, but I'll have to talk you through it sometime if you need. Jeopardy wagering has started to teach me well, and you'll get me next time. So the prefabs move around to sort themselves wouldn't be so bad. It's not like someone's ever going to be. Good point. Good point. It's only ever going to be probably 3 or 4 at a time. Apart from the last round, there might be a few more crossing overs of the screen. Yeah, I'll try and dig it. It shouldn't be that hard. It's just a slightly extra step that I need to add to it to make it work. But yeah, I think it would be good to show highest over and top left, lowest down to lowest and bottom right. But anyway, look forward to your feedback on that, and if you would like to leave some feedback, do stick it into the suggestions section of the Discord, which can be found right there if you're not a member already. Like I say, it's now had Pilot +1. It's a slightly tricky slightly tricky game I found to write questions for. A portal top right to bottom left, yeah, that'd be good. But if you're interested in writing questions for that, I will get the question writer tool done in the next week or so and make that public. Don't know when we'll next be playing it again, because we've got Millionaire next Tuesday and we've got more Buzz Off next Saturday. I can't remember. I'll do the schedule properly in a minute. So you should get 3 times. If you've got 1 or more points, you should get that times 3 for your pennies in this round. But I'm going to add the medals. So that is the question gold. Another medal to toot for your medal cabinet. You do like collecting them too. Let's find now. Cut that out. That is the question gold award medal. Quizzle and Zeus both getting a that is the question silver. Let me find you. That is question silver. Let's go to Zeus first because I know where he is. Award medal. And also to Quizzle. Quizzle. There you are, Quizzle 83. Award medal. And then Claire, Innes, and I think it was Oni getting the bronze. So that is the question, bronze. Let's find Claire. Let's give you the bronze medal. And Innes, let's give you a bronze medal. And all of these will be pushed up to the database, persephoneshare.com/pennies, immediately after the stream. So you can go and see everything in real time there. Oni, award medal, that is the question, bronze. There we go. So that is going to be it from Quiz Night tonight, 10:30, so not too bad. Thank you so much for joining me. Things that are going on in the next few days. Tomorrow, Wednesday walk along, we're going to be playing What Remains of Edith Finch. It's a sort of one and done game. It'll be probably a couple of hours starting at 1 PM in the server, but we should get through that in one sitting. Thursday, I'm back with Happy Hour at 3 PM. We're going to be playing The Purge with questions written by Shadowmane. I've just realised, David, I forgot to do my Alan Davis voice. I will do that next time you're there. So Shadowmane's question pack of The Purge is going to be played at Happy Hour on Thursday. Before that, Ash is here tomorrow with... is it Jewel? Is it Jewel starting tomorrow? Or is it 15-1? 15-1 with Ash tomorrow. I did see Ash earlier on. I think he's sort of been lurking a bit tonight. But do go give Ash a follow if you're not already. He's going to be playing 15-1 over on his channel tomorrow. And then on Friday, Friday is Outright. The last showing of Outright for a little while as Jewel takes over moving forward from there. So do go give Ash a follow. Friday the 13th is all right for Outright. Yes, I do love a bit of Outright. So...
I probably won't be there myself, actually, because for the same reason I'm not here on Saturday. It is my brother's wedding on Saturday, so sadly there won't be a stream this coming Saturday. I'm frightfully sorry. But in the interim, Ash has got a couple of things going on. I'm sure there'll be stuff going on in and around the place. Go join Ash's server. There's a lot of server games crack off over there, so do go give him a little follow. Oh, hello. Zeus, thank you very much for the 100 bits. TTS going to do its thing.
Yay for TITQ. Hee hee hee. Fun stream, Ben. Thanks, heart emoji.
Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Zeus. And he is my new favourite thing now. So let's stop the bonus right there as well. 36 players grabbing the end of night pennies. Topper's here on Sunday night. I need to get a command for Topper. Twitch.tv/Topper1Gaming. If I just pop that in all quickly. In fact, I can just copy paste it because it's up there. Go and give Topper a follow. He's going to be playing Elimination on Sunday night. Like I say, I'm not here Saturday. I'm off at my brother's wedding. But then next week, next Tuesday, I'm back with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Apparently, I'm going to be playing one of them. Ash is going to be hosting. We need to pick the proofers will pick, I'm sure, pick a suitable question pack for me to tackle. That's next Tuesday, 8 p.m. right here. And then, yeah, lots of stuff going on. Apparently we're playing That Is the Question Saturday week as well, along with the Pyramid and the Escape Artist. That's probably because the Pyramid and the Escape Artist are actually both relatively short. Pyramid's 40 minutes, Escape Artist can be done in 45 minutes. So there'll be a bit of time left, and I do like Saturdays to go until at least 10. So That Is the Question will be back for Saturday week. I'm happy to write another pack for it, but if any writers would like to write a pack for that, then by all means do get in touch, grab yourself the question writer role. I'll be back for the Wednesday walk along tomorrow and on the stream on Thursday with The Purge. Looking forward to that. No stream on Saturday, but lots of other things going on over the weekend. Again, hopefully these pennies will automatically add to you when we refresh the app. I was going to refresh the app so it's fully up to date with the most recent data, and you'll get 3 times the number of pennies you've got if you've got a positive score. As ever, any feedback you've got, please do drop it into the suggestions section of the Discord, and let's find somebody to raid at the end of the night. Flying Fox. She's playing Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 Communities Cut Tails. Flying Fox is a friend of mine from Huds' Sonic speedrunning server, so we'll go give her a raid and say hello, and hope that she's well. We'll spread some of this love, because we've got a nice decent number at the end of the night, so it'd be good to pass this on. Any ideas for a raid message? I'll give you 10 pennies if you can tell me a raid message that we're going to use. 90 seconds. Titq, he. It's got to be Titq, hasn't it? Titq, he. Big Man Aaron was the first to suggest. I feel I should give them to Zeus as well, since it was sort of his thing. Titq, he. That's your raid message. I saw Big Man Aaron suggest that first, so we'll give it to Big Man Aaron. We'll give 10 pennies to Big Man Aaron. There you go. And we'll also give some to Zeus, because it was sort of his bit alert that we're using there, so 10 pennies to Zeus as well. Lovely stuff. We'll go raid Flying Fox then. Flying_Fox. Raid Flying_Fox. Hopefully these pennies will add on and all will be well. Until tomorrow for Wednesday walk along, or Thursday for the Purge, be absolutely marvellous to each other. Stay safe and sensible out there, and until we meet again... No, I need a sign-off phrase for That Is the Question. I hope you've enjoyed the night. Have you? That is the question. Congrats to Toot. Medals have gone out. That'll update on the leaderboard in a second. Till next time, take care up in Royal Flush. Peace out, and take care, and good night.